welcome everyone to the Islanders Never Say Dies podcast. It's a coverage of the Islanders game against the Washington Capitals here Tuesday or Saturday, 2 o'clock Eastern Standard. What's up, Grumpy? Hold on. Do you not have your clip going? What's up with your audio?
Oh, yeah, I don't have my clip on.
Heard something going on back there.
My bad. Here it is. It's on.
Yeah, I'm sorry, we're a little late today, but the Islanders taking on the Washington Capitals here this Saturday afternoon. Big game for the Islanders, right? This is, I would assume, one of the first big tests that they've got in, I guess, this 9 out of the next 10 games being at home, Grumpy.
Very true, and we're almost 3 minutes into the game, and that's because of TJ, the way he sets everything up. You understand. Totally to blame here. As usual, TJ time. Unfortunately, the NHL doesn't run that way. But I tell you, the one thing, I haven't watched the Capitals all year. And the one thing they look really big. Maybe it's just the white uniforms, but man, they look big.
They blend in with the ice too. No, I'm just joking, of course. There have been quite a few chances going each way. Today, Simone Varlamov in net. You talk about this being a game that's, we said we had to come over with 16 points out of a possible 22 out of the 11-game stretch. Right now, first game we played, we did beat the miserable Devils, as they did have many injuries and people out with COVID down to their four-string goalie. We took care of business against a struggling team as we needed to. And it's funny, Grump, I have a little visual I'll show you during the intermission of the Devils' reaction on the bench to losing the Islanders. But that was a hell of a chance there by Matt Barzal feeding Zach Parise. I mean, dude, you want to talk about a weak-ass shot. I mean, he tries to bury it right in between the freaking legs of the goalie, tries to go 5-hole, but, man, there was no pop, zing, or any mustard on that shot. Ugh.
It's Zach Parise.
So I said, Zach Parise. Holy shit, Varley. He was almost a little bit off-centered, sliding a little too forward there, committed to the shot, and then almost redirects into the net. Oh.
Vanacek is in goal for Washington today. This is, like I said, this is the first big test, and I noticed how you're being creative. I thought it was 16 points out of 10 games, not 11.
It's 11 game stretch.
It's just anything you can to keep the Islanders in the playoff race. I noticed that.
Oh, is that what it is, Grump?
Here's the biggest problem. Boston is just on a roll right now.
But let's talk Islanders, and let's talk here.
It is talking Islanders. I mean, why don't you say 16 points out of 25 games? It was 16 out of 10.
Okay, listen, Grump. There was an away game mixed in with that stretch that we didn't add in. So we still needed 16 points. So I couldn't just say, there's 10. It's not 10 games in a row at home. It's 10 out of 11. So you can keep opining on that as much as you want. But let's talk about what's actually going on here today during the action, grumpy old man. What are your keys to the game today?
Don't get in the penalty box. And don't get scored on.
Holy shit. I tell you, the Islanders down early. Washington Capitals strike first.
Wilson.
Yikes, ladies and gents.
Tom Wilson
is right. And, of course, this is coming off of Ross Johnston's. Now, he's got a 3-game suspension due to the hit he had against a Devil on, I believe it was Thursday's game. But Wilson gets in a slot all by himself and beats goalie. Honestly, that's one that probably Varlamov wants back. That's one he should save.
Robin Salo was playing, and Andy Green, Josh Bailey, of course, is on the ice. Anders Lee late getting in there, but Salo was he was playing that little B thing that they do in youth soccer, where they all just kind of chase the ball.
Ball's over here. Oh, puck's over here. Puck's over here. We're just getting. Yeah. Oh my God! I tell you, it looks like the game is going to be wide open, though. It doesn't look like much.
Well,
I don't know. There have been a few chances for the Islanders early, and there have been quite a few chances for the Washington Capitals as of early. And there's a howitzer by Alexander Ovechkin, I believe that was on the corner, Grump, and he goes and it gets deflected into the stanchions.
And he hasn't scored in 4 straight games, and because this game is on NHL Network today,
yes,
and he hasn't scored in 4 straight games. But his favorite team to score against is the Islanders. So
I was about to say, you figure he's just due for a goal because he hasn't scored in 4 games. Maybe the announcing crew can mention that all afternoon. Right now, the shots are in favor of the Washington Capitals, 6-2 in favor of the Capitals. Wow, we're only 5 minutes in the game. The Capitals already have 6 shots on that. And that's a bad turnover there in the Islander zone.
Again, Andy Green and Robin Salo.
I
Nice body check by Kiefer Bellows, though.
I tell you. Hey,
Islanders breaking out of the zone.
It is. Hey, Grump, we don't need to go ahead and just drone off about it. It looks like it is going to be a high-octane game, Grump. It's going to be a high-octane game. It is. I tell you. I mean, like, it always goes through ebbs and flows, but I'll promise you, man, it looks like up and down the ice. Right now, it's tilted in the favor of the Washington Capitals, though.
Yeah.
Turnovers aplenty in our own zone and in the neutral zone. Not a good way and recipe for success for the Islanders to start this game early.
Yeah. I mean, Washington is good. They're better than us. That's why this game is important. For me, this is, you can beat the Devils and, all the other crappy teams that we've beaten, but eventually you're going to have to start beating good teams. And this is the first true test, I feel. Almost. I mean,
are you about to say almost must-win game?
No, it's not must. Well, every game is must-win, but I want to say the biggest test almost the whole season, if you think about it.
Well, the Islanders do have the puck in the offensive zone. Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
he's kind of sliding all over the place. Yeah. One thing we've heard a lot of complaints about at UBS Arena is that the ice is not great. I mean, that you get a shot here coming from the Islanders defenseman, Zdeno Chara, not a lot of mustard behind it, kind of buries right into the crest. It looks like action has been carried by the Washington Capitals besides that 1 2-on-1 break that Matt Barzal had where he fed the puck to Zach Parise.
Yeah. And, Zach Parise, well, I guess he has, he's followed up for his pre-COVID skill level or whatever it was. However he was playing before, he's right in mid-season form, I guess.
Hold on. Okay. Remember, the only team he scored a goal, I believe it was yesterday or on Thursday's game against the Devils. He's only scored 2 goals this season, both been against the Devils. So it's always
scored against the Devils. It was Bailey and Barzell, and who was the third one? I don't know who the third one was.
They originally marked it to Pellick. Okay, they kept it with Pellick. Okay, the rumor was so Parise got an assist. I remember reading Art Staple. He said that looked like it deflected off, and they were going to give Parise credit for the goal later on, but I guess they didn't do that. But Parise's only goals come against the Devils this year. He did have 2 assists in their game against the Devils recently. Seems to be that's a team he plays really well against is the New Jersey Devils. Thank God we only play them a handful of games every year.
Well, that's bad news for him and for us, honestly.
And Josh Bailey did have a goal, as we'll mention there too.
Pellick was the one I forgot. My bad.
Yes. We'll get to the game. We'll get to a few of the comments here as we're at a commercial break. James F. said, "Hey guys, glad you're back today. Tough game on the afternoon as I deliver my mail in freezing weather. Ooh, let's get a win for my Islanders and the Raiders. The Raiders." Grump.
Hey, I guess James is a mail carrier. And they say in rain, sleet, snow, everything, and they're out there delivering. That's true.
Grumpy, didn't you used to be? I think you've told me once before. You used to be in the Postal Service or something like that, right?
Yep.
Why don't you regale us on how that went?
Well, I'm watching the game right now. We can do that some other time.
It doesn't go well. But puck drop back to action here at UBS Arena. It looks like it's dumped down deep. Simone Varlamov plays it here to defense.
We don't need to be calling out every single play. We don't need to be called out play.
When you read it, you're like, and this happened, and that happened. Nobody wants to hear that, man. We need to hear a little bit of it. We need a little oomph on it, Grump. Who is that? I mean, he's speeding right around. I tell you, it looks like the Washington Capitals are moving faster than the Islanders are, which should come as to no shock for many Islander fans.
Yeah, we're not a fast team. There's Josh Bailey chopping away. Of course, doesn't get out there and mix it up.
He does try to keep it in the offensive zone. He does fall to the ground on his ass, and he does, accidentally go ahead and clear the puck, moves it to neutral zone. Look at Matt Barzal. Looks like he picks the pocket of the Washington defenseman down low. They've regained possession, but looks like the Islanders might be able to hopefully establish a little bit of offensive zone time. This would be the first consistent offensive zone time they've had early into the first period, about 7 minutes in.
That's 2 steals in that by Matt Barzal in that little sequence there.
And, of course, the puck then gets passed to another Islander who then becomes dispossessed. So The Islanders definitely need to go ahead and start establishing some sort of momentum. The crowd looks absolutely dead as well at UBS Arena.
Yeah,
A bad turnover in neutral zone. Who the hell was that with that turnover, Grumpy old man?
And Tom Wilson
looks like Brock Nelson with that bad turn. I'm sorry, Kiefer Bellows had the turnover midway.
Tom Wilson has really improved as an overall player. He just has.
If he was a guy
everybody who wants to rip Tom Wilson, I'm going to tell you what, he could have played in any era. And he has really improved. He has really improved as an overall player. Let's just call it for what it is. I mean, the kid's worked hard, and I'd love him on our team, to be honest with you.
And I forgot, guys, if you're new to this show, this is a twice-a-week Islanders podcast that happens every single Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and every single Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That being said, if the Islanders play a game, as long as it's not played on Thursdays or Sundays, we'll cover the game live. So we'll do a live stream of the game like we're doing today. And so, again, to make sure you don't miss out on any of the action, make sure you subscribe on YouTube, like on Facebook, and follow on Twitter, Grumpy Old Man.
Yeah, one thing I like is that Bellows is still playing on the second line, and he certainly deserved it, honestly. So, I mean, Baviglia showing a little bit of jump today, which is nice to see. Brock Nelson's his usual self.
Looks like there's a little bit of an, oh, man, it had almost handcuffs. That shot in close almost handcuffs Simon Varlamov, almost sneaks over his glove side shoulder on the far side of the post.
It's one of those
they've come away with quite a few good opportunities and chances the Washington Capitals has of early in today's game. And that's Connor McMichael, one of the members of the Three Amigos, Grumpy Old Man. Our first time, we're going to be commenting on Connor McMichael live during the game.
And he's going to the box. Is he going to the box?
No.
Okay, I thought maybe he was going to the box. Oh, okay, no. Okay. They have a different camera set up here that I'm used to seeing.
God almighty, Grumpy. Don't get too excited. No, but he did go ahead and rip the shot in. And again, he almost goes ahead and handcuffs Varlamov there for the opportunity. Wins the faceoff off the dot. Lane Lambert, still the head coach right now, interim head coach, as Barry Trotz is out with COVID at the moment. So...
Well, but here's the thing. Everyone's, Lane Lambert's doing this, Lane Lambert's doing that. Remember, Barry's still pulling all the strings.
For certain. Absolutely. I just know he can't be there present. Kyle Palmieri's still listed on the IR, by the way, Grumpy. So, in case you were interested as to where...
No loss there.
I don't disagree. Matt Barzal taking it from his own zone, looking to get creative with it, dumps it off back to the defense. We had 1 2-on-1 break early on, and other than that, it's kind of looked like a blog.
And Washington has struggled defensively in recent games, so you knew that they were going to want to come out, and there's an ice in the puck.
How the hell do you ice the puck like that? God almighty. Islanders ice the puck.
Well, it just
no need.
The pass got through. It happens. I mean, that was Salo ice in the puck, but still. Washington's been struggling a little bit defensively recently, so you knew that they were going to want to tighten the game up against the Islanders. And that's bad news for the Islanders, honestly. Matt Martin's back in the game.
Which is also bad news for the Islanders because Ross Johnson is serving. Ross Johnson is serving, again, a 3-game suspension, as we had mentioned earlier.
And talk about the three worst games to have him out for. Washington with Tom Wilson, who can, if he wanted to, just bully us. I don't even know if he needs to, honestly. And then those 2 games against those filthy Delphia Flyers, the team I hate the most. I know we're going to be calling those games, I believe, yes. But I'm like, man, that's going to be ugly because I hate them so much. I'm not even remotely biased when it comes to unbiased when it comes to Philadelphia Flyers. Not even close.
And the Capitals right now, you talk about a team on a 4-game losing streak. So they're on a bit of a skid. The Islanders on a 3-game winning streak, 6-2-2 in their last 10. The Washington Capitals 4-3-3. So the Washington Capitals definitely looking to break that little bit of a losing streak they're on. Looks like the Islanders are coming in on a 3-on-2 break. It amounts into nothing. No shot on net. And it looks like Washington is going to take pressure back into the Islander zone. I tell you, it's been a little bit more of a fire engine style of first period. That's not necessarily the Islander style either.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate because Pajot, there's a nice 3-on-2, and he throws a puck over to Parise, who just bumble doors it. and just
Dumbledore, is that like Dumbledore?
kind of. I'm just going to call him Bumble. Maybe Bumbledore would be a good name because Dumbledore was old as hell too. And so we'll just call him Bumbledore because, oh my gosh, look at how they just.
Holy shit. They're letting him skate right in. I'm seriously, the Islanders defense, you cannot let a guy. I don't know what forward that was for the Washington Capitals. And that's a two-handed cross check to the back. Man, oh man, I'm shocked Scott Mayfield did not get penalized for that.
He gets away with a lot
wide open shot in right into the slot. The high danger chance of scoring opportunity. Nobody puts pressure on him. He has a chance to line it up, go ahead and do a math equation, do some, the quadratic formula, rifles it. Fantastic save by Varlamov. And we just look out of sorts.
So you know what Ovechkin says? You know what? These Islanders aren't worth hitting. I'm going to hit one of my own guys in the offensive zone.
I did see that too. I think he knocked him down. But I'll be honest with you, Islander fans, we got away with a two-handed cross check to the back, to the small of the back by Scott Mayfield. It was blatant too.
A really nice stretch pass by Noah Dobson.
Dobson, no! Did that hit off the post?
It hit off the post. It was all set up by the beautiful stretch pass by Dobson and following up.
Oh, man, what a shot by Dobson. You're right. He moves that deke. You saw that deke on the offensive move. He steps forward. He has open space. He rips it and lets it go, but just hits off of the post. It's crazy. A few inches to the right or the left, how it could change the outcome of the game. Look at that shot by Dobson. Oh, right off the post. He almost, think about it. He hits off the post and almost hits off of Vitek Vanecek's back into the net. Oh,
but it was all, he makes the pass, the stretch pass up, right?
Yep.
And in the olden days, that's a two-line pass and not any good. But, today it's not. And a beautiful stretch pass, and he follows it up. He beats everybody else down there, gets it, skates right into the zone. The kid is he's fantastic, and given a chance, look at how he's playing. I mean, I know we've talked about, people are talking about, well, he's not great defensively. I think he's fine defensively, honestly. He's fine.
Okay. Well, I'll show you a video that Andy tagged us in. Andy Francis, the last guest on the show. He tagged us in, Grumpy, so I'll show you. Jeremy Ford saying, have a great show and enjoy the game. Thanks, dear Jeremy. We'll definitely do. Alexander changes it up to the Knicks and the Islanders. Ooh, the Islanders have taken backseat to the New York Knicks. Yikes. He says there, Alexander saying, oh, what's up, fellas? Daytona saying, let's go Islanders for certain. Let's go Islanders. Alexander saying, Manchester and Ashton Villa. And Ashton Villa are playing well. They just scored. Now it's 2-1 to Manchester United.
Honestly, Aston Villa was outplaying Man United for what I was watching anyway. They scored a weaky goal on Aston Villa in the first couple minutes. And but after that was Aston Villa all the way. And then I was watching a little bit of the second half before getting ready and being ready for this podcast, waiting for TJ.
Oh, sure, Grumpy. Andy Green looks like he has found his way to the penalty box on a tripping or a hooking infraction. One of the two. Hooking. That is
I just hate those calls. I've been really consistent. I hate, and it doesn't matter who it's on. I hate those calls.
I do. I'll tell you. That was yikes. That was an awful call. And I'm telling you, man, the defense, we look like we are a little slow towards marking open men, and I'm telling you, that was a blatant cross check by Mayfield.
This is the one thing you did not want to get on the penalty kill against his team
for certain. Absolutely not.
Oh, and this Clutterbuck just letting Ovechkin stand at the side of the net. I'm like, and he's like, oh, hold on, wake up. There's Ovi standing a foot from the net. I better come down a little bit lower.
Oh, yikes, man. The Washington Capitals are 29th. Did I see that right? 29th in the NHL on the power play with a 14% chance. Did I see that right, Grumpy?
If you want to get healthy, play against the Islanders.
If you want to go ahead and fix any offensive woes, play against now. Usually we're pretty good defensively. And all joking aside, right? This is one you want to kill early. You don't want to go down 2-0 at the end of the first period. We're not a team that scores 4 or 5 goals a game. So going down 2-0 early in the first is one of those where it might be one of those insurmountable mountains. Wow, he has a chance to step into that. Ovechkin just pushes it wide. But, Scott Mayfield seemed to press the issue a little late, but still press the issue nonetheless.
Well, it's all because we seemed like we were jumping out of the zone.
A little preemptively.
They just look like they're going to score. I don't know.
I don't know, Grumpy. Maybe you're just trying to. I don't have that feeling. That's a good wrist shot. Nice deflection. Nice rebound there. Controlled by Varlamov. Puts it a little out of the way of Ovechkin there on the side. Puts it back towards the middle. About 30 seconds still remaining on the Washington Capitals power play. They seem to just be stick handling a lot, not actually putting anything towards the net. Islanders look like they're going to kill this one off. They are able to clear the zone and get 2 forwards off the ice. 17 seconds left here for the Islanders on this penalty kill. Looks like we have gotten rid of it. Oh, man, I'll tell you, that took a few weird bounces in front of the net, too, before reaching Varlamov, Grump.
Yep, they're doing their best Josh Bailey. Look at that. Look to the side of that. Their best Josh Bailey, Nick Leddy impersonation, just pleasuring themselves along the boards back and forth. And it's not a surprise you don't score when you do like that.
And
Ovechkin had a chance right at the end.
Were able to kill the power play for certain.
Yep, and Ovechkin had a chance right at the end, missed the shot. Thank goodness for us.
Yes, Grumpy. Yes. Tony G saying, we'll get to those at the intermission or at the end of the period or commercial breaks.
TV timeouts.
That's the word I was looking for, Grump.
And then once again, Noah Dobson, 2 guys close in on him, able to make the right pass.
Holy shit. Who was that? He could have really got railroaded. Who was that at left wing, Grump? I can't see who that was. Who just got knocked out, almost knocked to the ground.
Anders Lee.
No, was it Anders Lee?
Yeah.
Wow.
Josh Bailey.
Anders Lee was skating across the middle of the ice with his head down like that. It was Anders Lee skating across the middle of the ice with his head down like that. And the Washington Capitol, I think it was Dowd, could have really laid him out and really taken him out of that play. But he eased up a little bit. Good to see the sportsmanship. In old days, man, Anders Lee would have been concussed out for a few games. Skating across the middle of the ice with your head down like that. Yikes. Recipe for disaster.
You knew it wasn't Josh Bailey because there's no boards out there in the middle of the ice.
He's always hugging the boards. Tony Cheese saying, sorry, I missed you guys last week. I heard there was someone asking about me. Yeah, there was this one guy asking about you there, Tony Cheese. And TJ late as usual. Yeah, absolutely.
True.
Tony Cheese saying, if we lose here, the season's over. I feel it, James.
But seriously, these are games we have to start beating good teams because we're going to be playing at the end of the year. Our last 10 games, 9 of them are against really good teams.
Yeah,
you have to start beating good teams. You can't feast on the cellar dwellers forever.
Yep, absolutely not. James F saying, hey, Grumpy, Bailey scored. Let's keep him in the lineup now.
I disagree.
James F.
Trade him. He's probably his highest value is right now.
James F. also saying here, congrats to Pelech and Sorokin to the All-Star game. I knew Pelech. I didn't know Sorokin. I hope Pelech participates in the hardest shot.
He's not winning that.
I don't honestly know what he would participate in. He's not. I don't think he's a very sound passer. He's not good at shooting the puck. He's not a great skater.
He's not overrated anymore. You can't say he's overrated though.
Once you make the All-Star game, you're no longer overrated. And he says here, I'm back to work and I'm going to the game Tuesday versus the Flyers.
I'm going to tell you what, I like the speed of those ice guys who clean it. Oh, there's Ralph Macchio at the game.
Ralph Macchio! Yeah, whoa, there he is with the Islanders. I'll be honest with you. I started watching Cobra Kai per the advice of other Islander fans, and I enjoy it. It's a little it's a little schlocky, but I enjoy it. I like Ralph Macchio as a
Ralph's giving me goosebumps going, let's go Islanders.
Let's go Islanders. Looks like Robin Salo loses the puck down low. They're fighting for 2 Islanders, 2 Capitals. Looks like it careens off the board back to the Islanders.
We just look slow.
I told you that early, man. We do look slower, substantially slower than the Washington Capitals.
There's Wally.
Jesus.
Oliver Wahlstrom. Call him Ollie Wally. I don't know.
Ollie Wally. Oh, man. And it looks like Vanacek is able to cover that one up and force a face-off in the Washington Capitals defensive zone.
I'm going to tell you a little story. We used to, when I was a kid, we lived down in the Vanderbilt estate, the old Vanderbilt estates. They sold the house. They had this one little area, and they still had some of the old greenhouses and stuff back there. And we used to play with pollywogs during the summer. They turned into little frogs. It was great. And when I was a kid,
you mean tadpoles?
Pollywogs, I call them. Polly Wally and the Pollywogs. Ollie and the Pollywogs. That's gonna be his band.
You're speaking a different damn language to me right now.
That's all right. I'm not surprised.
The Islanders, I tell you, heavy forecheck by the Washington Capitals are able to dispossess and force a bad pass by Andy Green. I tell you, it looks like we're out of shape. Robin Salo gets a little tripped up in front of the net and allows a wide open shot on Varlamov for the Washington Capitals. He's able to go ahead and corral the shot by Hathaway.
Robin Salo's looked poor so far today.
He's looked poor, but so is Andy Green. Andy Green with
Robin
a ill-advised turnover. Yikes.
Yeah, okay. That's on Salo. Salo's looked poor today. He's looked really, really poor today.
Both the defense pairs have looked poor. Okay, hold on. Here we go, though. You've got three guys. You have three forwards, and your centers in the back doing who the hell knows what, not covering everything, covering air. My God almighty, I tell you, it looks like we might be giving up a goal before the end of this first period again. There's 4 minutes left, and we are holding on at this point, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, Washington's a really good team. Like I said, this is a barometer game. This is a measuring stick game for us. It really is.
Oh, Grumpy, I got my fees out, but don't worry. You're going to have to provide me a little more context, Grump. But I tell you, the Islanders have got to hold on. Got to hold on here. Grump.
Yes?
I'm just saying, you're controlling, so.
Okay. Let me know when it clears up for you.
Well, it clears up, Grump.
It's cleared up?
Yes, it's clear. I just said it cleared up, Grump.
Okay.
So, yes, Islanders, 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. Getting a slap shot from the point, misses the net by quite some distance.
It's like one-man rush once again.
Well, we're dumping and chasing, and we're not retaining the puck every time we dump and chase. It seems like the Washington Capitals are able to gather the puck, corral it, headman it to their forward. So the dump is just absolutely worthless right now. I wonder if the Islanders are going to say, let's try to have a forward carried across the blue line. We'll see if that's anything we try to incorporate to the game as it continues.
I mean, for the most part, that's a bad dump. That's a bad. He's got a Dobson. Everyone knows I love him. Chara looks like he's a little dinged up. But here's the thing: he's got to take that extra stride.
My God, I tell you.
I mean, get yourself to the center ice line and then dump it in.
Slap shot by Bavillier just misses the net. I'm sorry. Again, it wasn't a clear, opportunity one-on-one break, but he needs to at least put that one on net.
Now, right now, with Chara out, Andy Green is now paired up with Dobson. Once again, Dobson doing a nice job fighting off a body check, enabling somebody else to pick up the puck.
Okay. It could have also been that they made a change, Grump, and the icing was the reason why they were mismatched. Chara's not out for the game.
No, but he was it looked like he was visibly had some discomfort on the bench.
He just got done with a long shift. And they iced the puck. He got off the ice, but the Islanders iced it. So we've got here Matt Barzal with the puck behind the net. We finally get our full a shot. I mean, that's a dribbler from the point, man. And he goes wide. Why bother freaking ripping that one on net? And you missed the net by a mile, too. Oh. I know we need to get the more pucks on net, but, man, isn't it sad when Chara has, 2 or 3 of your shots of the period?
At this point, it is. If he's playing like in the weekend league with the guys, no, that's okay. The beer league, that's fine, but not in an NHL game.
Oh, man, I'll tell you. It has been not a great first period for the Islanders. As good as we've looked as of late, and we looked like to be building a bit, it's not a great first period for us. And it looks, who the hell is slipping, sliding?
That was Barzal.
Is that borderline offsides, right? Okay, offsides by the Washington Capitals. A good job of pressing the issue at the point, forces him to go ahead and pull that puck back and forces an offside. Good job there on the Islanders defense.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, maybe, I don't know. I'm interested to see how the defense pairs are looking going forward, because maybe Lambert has done a little subtle change. I mean, Chara is still out there for some reason, which is kind of crazy for me to see, but it is what it is. I just want to see, maybe he's thinking
crazy to see that he's skating on the ice today. What do you mean he's still out there?
I mean, is Lars Eller just shucked? I think that was, who was that? Nelson. He just shucked him. Don't come near me. Bam. Down he went.
Okay.
Finally, a little bit of offensive zone time with the second line.
He tries with a wraparound shot, but completely misses the net.
He did the wrap, just not the around.
Did the wrap, just didn't get the. I tell you, You talk about bad rebound control by Vanacek. Man, oh man, he could not corral that rebound to save his life. And the second line is the first line to get a little bit of offensive creativity and a little bit of an offensive chance for us since that early missed opportunity by Parise. You've got Bellows, Nelson, and Bavillier, Grumpy.
It's not been a good first period for us.
No, it has not. Definitely has not.
No,
it was Bellows.
Well, I guess
Bellows did actually put the puck on that.
I guess he did get the around.
It bounced away so quickly that I was like, there's no way he could have gotten the around portion.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'll tell you. This is, at least good the Islanders are showing a little bit of a sign of life as of late.
No. It's tough when your first sign of life is 18 and a half minutes into the game.
Yeah, I mean, they need something to build off of going into the second period. First period is definitely not in the Islanders' way, right? The ice needs to be tilted in the Islanders' favor here going into the second period. Can't go and get outplayed 2 periods in a row.
Yeah, let's not sell Washington short, though. I mean, I think they played a really good road game in the first period.
Yeah,
I mean, limiting chances.
I'd say we don't look to be any threat. We're not winning any of the loose puck battles. So, hey, it's always somewhere in the middle. It's not like Washington decided to put their, tie their skates one extra notch harder today, and that's allowed them to get a little bit more pop in the engine. But it's a little bit of both sides. Maybe we're a little sluggish too.
Pajot whiffs on a shot attempt there.
Mayfield,
but honestly, this is
hoping for a redirect.
When we're playing well, this is how we look. It looks like we're outplayed, and then we managed to get ourselves a goal, an ugly goal, a scrum in front of the net, goes in the net, and then we're off and running. So maybe that'll be the case today.
Well, about the dying 30 seconds of the period is what we're looking at here. 19
No, they're back. I guess they're back to Pellick and Mayfield. I didn't know if he was going to maybe mix those lines up a little, the defense pairings up a little bit, maybe put Pellick with Salo or something like that.
Because it's been noticeable that our worst defensive pairing today, and it's not even close, has been Green and Salo. They have looked atrocious together as of early. Both defenders have not looked good. So
Salo's look worse to me today.
Okay. I mean, Green throwing a puck and Aaron Puck a blind pass at the boards, which led to a direct turnover and an opportunity for Washington. I'm saying both have looked bad, Grump. Both have looked bad, buddy.
All right. Whatever.
Looked like a little bit before the face.
No, he got there.
It looked a little before the face-off was dropped. Cal Clutterbuck was jawing a little bit with Alexander Ovechkin.
I don't like the guys with all high numbers.
What do you mean?
Because I can't remember their names unless they're stars.
Oh, come on.
And there's the end of the first, and they show our pal, Tom Wilson.
Comes away with the first goal and only goal. He draws first blood.
Doing what he's doing best. He runs his mouth to the Islander bench. He's good at that. Don't sell him short. He's good at being a loudmouth and a troublemaker.
Oh, come on. He does more than being a loudmouth. He throws the body in an illegal fashion.
Matt Martin. You don't want – now, here's the thing. Would it shock me?
Will get his ass kicked by Tom Wilson.
Would it shock me if he challenged Matt Martin? No. He's just not going to challenge anybody tough, and that's why not having Ross Johnston out here tonight could be problematic.
You've got Chara. You've got Chara out there on the ice, so don't sell the Islanders as being some Charmin soft type of lineup out there.
I didn't say that. I did not say that.
All right,
he's not afraid of Matt Martin, is all I'm saying, and he is afraid of Ross Johnston.
All righty, let's get to some comments, grumpy old man.
Please,
let's get back to the comments here. Alexander saying, Aston Villa just tied it. Oh, my God, I want to watch the game, but my buddy at work is a Villa fan. So, man, oh, man. Drew L says, not going to lie, I was surprised to see Pellick selected for the All-Star game. He was better last year, thanks to both him and Pulak together.
He was picked because everyone was saying how great he was in the playoffs last year. That's why he got picked this year. That's the way it works.
Yep, I don't disagree. Alexis D saying, hi, what's up, Alexis? How are you? Patrick S saying, how can we watch the game out of market? Watching on NHL Network, if you have it. That's the best way to watch the game if it's out of market like that.
There's some of those streaming sites I guess you could dig up also. I'm not good at it.
Mm-hmm. Mark A saying, always down a goal.
Not always, just most times.
Michael B saying, if the Caps are old and their play style is slow, then it's evident there's no hope for this Islanders roster.
How astute, Michael. That's very, very true.
Ariel C said, rookie mistake by Robin Salo. Just growing pains. He's lost his man. Oh, well.
Yeah. Like I said, here's the thing. I don't think Salo's really ready for the NHL, but I have no problem with the way the season has gone playing him the rest of the way. None. If he has to learn in the NHL in a lost season, no problem with that.
Vinny Smith saying, Bailey -1. Back to normal.
He is what he is.
Nick D saying, hey, James, I feel your pain from your fellow postie from Canada. And good morning, Grumpy and TJ. I really enjoyed the last podcast with Andy Francis. Well, thanks there, Nick. We appreciate it. He's got his little Grumpy's Groupies merchandise on.
Yeah, I didn't. It's a little chilly here, so I'm not wearing a t-shirt today. I think TJ keeps his house at like 80, where I don't.
Speaking of it, you got a Cobra Kai commercial on TV right there with Ralph Macchio. I love it.
Cobra Kai's a great show. It's really good.
I just completed the first season.
Johnny's like the best character on that show.
Hold on. Did I see this right? That Ralph Macchio was going to fight what the hell is the Karate Kid's name? What's the Karate Kid's name?
Daniel LaRusso.
Daniel LaRusso.
And Johnny.
They're going to fight each other again. Holy crap.
Maybe they're just, because they're kind of together. I think they're kind of together. I've only seen the first season and a half, but I think they're kind of together now against the evil guy. And he always plays a bad guy. They showed him. I don't know his name.
Okay, that's great. But he's so I like to see them fighting. My God, I'm only at season 1, so I got a lot of catching up to do. I'll be binging that this weekend. But yes, you talk about the merchandise, Grump, that I was trying to go ahead and talk about. You can find the Islanders Never Say Die merchandise store in the link in the description below. So you click that expand button, you're able to see all of the shirts that we have, the Grumpy's Groupies, the what other shirts do we have, Grump? We got Grumpy's Groupies. What other shirts, Grump?
Maddie and the Jags, Barry and the Vets.
That's right, Barry and the Vets. I was trying to get your attention. You're watching. Grumpy, you'd complain, I got to watch the game. Grumpy, it's kids out there playing pee-wee hockey.
But I saw Josh Bailey on the ice with those kids, and he was hanging on the boards and fell down once.
George P. saying, Bailey, with more first line time, he has to have pictures somewhere. He's got to have some sort of blackmail item on the coaching staff. Maybe Lambert is compromised too.
No, I just think he's probably a really nice guy and, very, very likable. And, it's just somebody like a little puppy and you don't want to whip that puppy. So you just, okay. Yeah, I know the puppy keeps on peeing on the rug, but he's a cute little puppy. And, he licks our face every once in a while or whatever he licks. And, so we're going to keep him in the lineup and he's never going to sit out and we'll just put him on the first line. Yeah, look, Anders and Maddie like him this week. Put him up there with them. He's just invisible out there most all the time, though.
Invisibility.
Very true.
Josh H. saying, why do they keep alternating goalies every game? I understand on back-to-back games, but it's tough for Sorokin to get in a groove or Varlamov when you have them only playing every other game. I think that's a good point.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. Sorokin's a better goalie right now. Just is. And unless they're trying to increase Varlamov's trade value and not have him sit on the bench.
I don't get the Varlamov playing, and if it's not in a back-to-back situation. Sorokin's a young goalie. He can play 50 games a season. I mean, you're playing him every other game. I mean, he could play 55, 60 games a year, but you're playing him every other game. It makes no sense. You talk about trying to find a rhythm and a groove as a goalie. That's important. And when the Islanders continue to switch in and out every freaking game, it's tough for a goalie to establish that. Yeah,
without a doubt. But like I said, maybe they're trying to make sure that he plays enough to showcase him for a trade.
I don't know, man.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I'm just throwing a possible scenario out there is all I'm doing. I'm not saying that's the reason. Maybe, possibly. Who knows? Or maybe Trotz just really likes Varlamov.
Well, Trotz isn't even the head coach at the moment.
Okay, it doesn't matter. Like I said, Trotz is pushing the buttons. This is what you're going to do, Lane. Here are your lineups.
I want to talk about the end of the first period. Shots on goal are an advantage for the Washington Capitals. 16 in favor for the Capitals over to the 7 of the New York Islanders. Yikes, Grumpy. Yikes.
Well, that's about the way it went, though, isn't it? I mean, really, if you think about it.
I know. Like, we know obviously the Islanders were dominating that first period, but you think to yourself, I'm like, wow, we were outshot essentially 3-1, almost about at least 2.3-1, 2.1-1.
We were outshot by a lot.
Yes,
I'd
absolutely.
go with 2-1. I don't want you to have to worry about math, TJ. You are a football player.
Jason Dorr saying Bailey for a bag of pucks.
I don't even think the bag of pucks. Maybe just the bag or a puck.
Maybe we can get a few pucks, but I don't think we'll be able to get the bags in addition.
No.
Oh man. Nick D said, I think the Islanders are playing tomorrow night. Well, that would do it then if that's the reason why they're playing them.
Oh.
They play Monday. Nope. So they've got Sunday off. And what's probably going to happen is Monday we'll see Sorokin, and then Tuesday we'll see Varlamov. So they can keep a happy split, alternating exactly.
So we will be calling both Flyer games.
Yeah, Grumpy.
I just hate those Flyers.
Tony Cheese is saying Grumpy must love Gritty.
He's a jerk.
He's
a moron. He fits in Philadelphia.
Different Minds is saying Bumbledore, laughing my ass off.
I like Bumbledore.
Zach Parise, new name of
long gray beard because he's finished,
He's Bumbledore the White. Anyway, Nick D saying today is your typical horrible Islanders game.
Well, it was a bad first period. I mean, we're seeing a lot of Anson Carter on here, and I like him, honestly. I think I'm not going to say he adds some professionalism to the broadcast, but he does.
I think he does. I'll say for it. I think he does add a different level of professionalism to the broadcast. You talk to a guy who does it at the highest stage like that on NHL Network. He's fantastic.
He is. He's really, really good. And everything you remember, the NHL Network is located in New York. And I don't know. But it's a pleasant addition to the broadcast team. I don't know if it's going to be full-time or not. Maybe because AJ is gone, thank God, because he's way better than she could even dream of being.
He's fantastic. Anson Carter, he's been doing a lot longer, and he's fantic. I love Anson Carter on the
He's
broadcast.
Natural. He's a natural. Some people
he's
are
a guy
natural.
who can easily riff. He feels comfortable, right? When you say natural, like, AJ still, even though she's been doing it for 3 years, feels like, it's like her shoulders are tight and pinned up. I mean, like, Anson Carter just, hey, I've been here. It's just what I do every single day. This is my profession.
When AJ,
clock in and out.
When AJ is a little bit relaxed, she's good. She's funny. She's entertaining. But most times, you're right, she's rigid. She's, she bumbledores any of that stuff. I think that's a new phrase, bumbledore.
James F saying, guys, serious NHL channel question of the day. Are the Islanders the biggest disappointment team of the league? The biggest disappointment for a team this year, Grumpy? Are the Islanders that team?
It's got to be Montreal, no? Stanley Cup finalists last year and second worst team in the league? That's got to be.
It's the only thing with the Montreal Canadiens I can give them the defense as they've been without Carey Price. I think that's a big loss for them.
Yeah, but they're abysmal. They're worse than we are, and that's not even close.
Yeah, they're bad.
They're still in the playoff hunt, though, too, right? Still in the playoff hunt.
Oh man, I was about to say, I could argue the Islanders, maybe Montreal is a little bit, more of a disappointment compared to the Islanders this season. But you look at last year, the Montreal Canadiens were lucky to squeak into the playoffs.
Okay, but
you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of when Dallas made to the Stanley Cup Finals, and then the year after they fell off the earth. That's kind of what it reminds me of. They squeaked into the playoffs that year, just like the Montreal Canadiens squeaked in the playoffs last year. And this is more of what I didn't expect it to be this bad. But the Islanders have been to the Eastern Conference Finals in back-to-back years. It wasn't like it was an aberration. And they've been to the playoffs the last 3 years in a row. And they're one of the worst teams in the NHL right now.
Well, then maybe next year we could be a surprise team after we don't make the playoffs this year.
Rusty S saying, let's freaking go, Islanders.
Yes.
Drew L saying, see that penalty kill sequence. This is why I like Lambert.
I like Lambert, too. I think everyone likes Lambert.
Alexander says here, that was a hell of a save by Varlamov.
He made a couple of nice saves. When he lost his stick and made that save, that was a good one. I mean, I thought Varlamov played well in the first period, honestly.
Maybe you could say the first one he wants back. He missed blocker side, but I think he's played well. It's not like he's let in a real weak goal quite yet.
he's let in a lot worse goals than that one.
Yes.
And I think he kept us in the game in the first period.
Yep. Rusty, I mean, talk about it, right? We just had popped it up on screen, Grump. He faced
16
shots.
shots.
16 shots. 16 shots. He did keep us in. Rusty Spooner saying here, Anders Lee almost got a Scott Stevens special. He did.
That's how the game has changed, because in the olden days, he would have gotten the Scott Stevens special on Eric Lindros.
Mm-hmm.
As Don Cherry used to say, don't get caught skating across the trolley tracks. And, I love open ice hits, honestly. They're totally out of the game now, but man, the game was just better back in the day. Way more physical. I mean, I didn't really care about the guy's physical health, especially when you're a kid growing up. It's like, yeah, hockey fights every night. I mean, just the body checks along the board. They were just tremendous. Board rattling checks every single game, multiple times. That's great.
Talk about how many times they break the glass and everything like that, the plexiglass. I don't think we see that all that often anymore. Jeremy F saying, nice penalty kill there. Gumped. Grump. I hope the last 10 games are something to play for. If not, they're going to be easy to throw.
Historically, when the Islanders are in position to clinch a top playoff spot, they wind up pulling off a winning streak at the end to have.
You screwed it up. When the Islanders are in position to clinch a top draft pick or an early draft pick, like a lottery selection, that's when they start winning a whole bunch of games. You said a playoff spot, Grump.
Okay. Yes. Correct. And
it's the opposite way around. When we're in a playoff spot, then usually we start losing games at the end of the season to jeopardize our playoff position.
Yeah, we seem to win in opportune times sometimes.
Yes. And then Nick D saying, TJ, Cobra Kai is an addicting show. Hopefully you watched all 3 Karate Kid movies. I only watched the first one. So like when they're showing these flashbacks to some of the old ones, I'm like, oh, that must have been one of the Karate Kids I didn't watch.
Karate Kids, I mean, the first one was the best. Let's be honest. The second one was okay. Third one, not so good. But for me, the first one was it was a classic. 1984, it came out. I remember seeing that in movie theater.
Rusty Spooner saying they DWI all the time in karate. Oh, drive while intoxicated all the time. Yes, in Cobra Kai. That for certain they do. And it seems to end in no repercussions either on a consistent basis. That's what
Do you know how many people drive while drunk in this country every single day?
It's not right.
I'm not saying it's right, but it's more prevalent than you think.
Alexander saying, boy, we're looking sloppy.
I don't know if we look sloppy or just Washington just has more jump and is making us look sloppy. That's the case also.
Different
minds. Alexander, I will agree with you. Some of our clearances and zone exits have been a little lacking today.
Different minds saying here, Washington already has 16 shots on goal. Yes.
It didn't seem like there was 16 shots though for some reason.
Oh man, I tell you. They had quite a few chances, Grump. That's all I'm going to say.
That's true.
Then Drew L said, I don't know, Grump. The more I see Dobson play, I see the potential to become an all-star two-way defenseman.
Me too. I think he's really, really good. If he was with another team, I don't know how good if he'd be as good defensively, but certainly he'd have way better numbers than he has here. Remember, other teams don't shackle their defensemen or, shelter their minutes for 2 years. They just don't do that. You're young enough. You're good enough to play when you're young. You're going to play.
Mm-hmm. I tell you. And so now we got a comment here from Different Minds. He said, did TJ Oshie get injured this game? Yes, he did. And I'll show you here the update. He wound up having an upper body injury. This is by the Capitals PR saying, injury update, TJ Oshie will not return, upper body injury.
Well, that helps the Islanders.
And for certain does. Now, you're not playing with 12, or you're not playing with 9, or I'm sorry, you're not playing with 12 forwards anymore for the Washington Capitals. You're only playing with 11. You're going to have to, they've got talent that could go ahead and, get double shifted. But you talk about, you don't want to be playing 2 or 3 periods, for the majority of, the first period. You don't want to be playing that long with only 11 forwards.
Without a doubt.
Ariel C saying Bellows looks great.
I don't know if he looked great in the first period, but
he had a few chances.
Yeah, he's looked good. He's looked good the last number of games he's played. I mean, I'm not saying he's the best forward on the team, but he's certainly been in the top half.
Think about over 7 shot chances. What he was involved in 2 of them.
Yeah.
2 of those chances. I mean, one of them was a real high chance to score that I thought he just missed, but no, he rifled the puck so quickly on that wraparound that he buried it right into the pads of Vanacek, and it bounces it, towards center or towards the middle of their defensive zone.
And that's the thing. He's got that quick release.
Yeah, absolutely. Tony G saying, do you guys use tea bags more than once, or do you cut the tea bag
once? One tea bag for a cup of tea, just one.
Who uses a tea bag more than once?
Tony does.
Tony, what? Tony, come on, Tony. I haven't drank tea in a long time. If I do drink tea, it usually has a lot of sugar in it and a lot of milk.
I don't like a whole lot of milk, but I do like my sugar.
Oh, good gracious. He doesn't.
Diabetes, here I come.
Jewel said, this is the most shots I've seen Chara shoot in a game all season. It's like quadruple the amount of total shots all season.
I think he's had 2 or 3 attempts anyway.
And James F saying, doesn't matter how you start, it's how you finish out string. It's how you finish out.
Let's win, baby.
Let's win, baby. Yeah. And then Frank C saying here, Matt Martin is finished. He is.
Yeah, totally cashed. Well, that's why are you giving him a 4-year deal?
Yep.
He was finished 2 years ago. He's finished 3 years ago.
And Jeremy Ford here saying Dobson isn't like McCarr or Hughes, but I think will be to develop into more of along the lines of Alex Pietrangelo. Oh, shit, I tell you, if he's more like Alex Pietrangelo, I tell you, Islander fans, we lucked out.
That's a number one defenseman.
Fantastic defenseman.
Yeah.
And then Frank C said, when are they going to put Bellows-Wallstrom? When in Bellows and Wallstrom you're going to start playing with Barzal? Oh, good question.
When Barry's gone.
Matthew has said that Yankee shirt.
Oh.
And I also see, we saw Ralph Macchio. They showed him on the TV screen. Who doesn't love good old Ralph Macchio? Tony G said Reddit usually will have stream links. That's how you can find it. Okay, fair enough. The second period has just begun, grumpy old man.
Yes, I know. I'm watching.
Oh, thank you. I'm doing that, Grumpy, for everybody who's listening.
Okay.
Listening to the show, Grump. Come on now. Looks like the Washington Capitals have the puck pinned in deep in the Islanders' territory. Slipping and sliding all over the place.
Bevelier on his butt. I'm telling you, it has to be something with the ice there.
It's not something you like to hear as your brand new home for many years to come.
And it seems like only your guys are falling. I don't know.
I mean, both teams. I've seen both teams fall before in the past. Looks like the Islanders. And there was an icing. I thought they were able to avoid the icing. Man, oh man. Lane Lambert lets a few obscenities go on the bench. He said, F and hell, as he goes ahead, as the Islanders get pinned in their own zone deep and they go ahead and ice the puck. They're showing over here Kiefer Bellis. Was he the one to ice the puck, Grump?
No.
Okay, fair enough. I just wanted to make sure that second line, not a great first shift out here on the ice as they're pinned in their zone and then proceeds to ice the puck down. So
it wasn't him. It was, I think it was Nelson.
Is that just because you don't like Nelson? That's you think?
No, it's because I don't like Nelson. Nice backside defense by Kiefer Bellows, though. Really nice backside defense by Kiefer Bellows.
I mean, that was a golden opportunity there for the Washington Capitals. I mean, that
right in the zone again. There's Char out there, which means Dobson's out there by himself. Char turnover.
We try to go ahead and handman the puck. Char turns over the puck. It gets intercepted by the Washington Capitals. At least we're able to get a little bit of movement. Oh, Jesus H. I tell you, the Washington Capitals are headed back into our zone, and Chara was the last defender back. You never like to see that with speed coming for the Washington forecheck. Yikes. We talked about how bad it was for a first period. About 2 minutes in, it has been.
I'll tell you what, Chara's lucky.
He just called for a trip.
He gave a love hug to Kuznetsov and gave him a little twirl on the dance floor and did not get called. But man, they're just walking in.
Jesus Christ, Chara!
He can't do anything.
My God!
He keep on turning it over. And remember, this is the period where you have to go that extra distance.
You got the longer change
up.
That means Chara is going to be hemmed up out there probably for about 24 minutes this period. Never get off the freaking ice. But, man, I'll tell you, he just gets walked around. I tell you, yikes.
This has been a bad way to start the second period.
Yes, we talked about a bad first period. This has been I would argue this has been even a worse start to the second period, Grump.
Yeah, I agree. but I missed a positive, so I didn't want to say that.
Jesus Christ. And a puck.
Chari can't get to that puck.
He can't get to the puck. He's just getting skated around. You just see, you know what it's like? You see those commercials where it's like one person's like, you ever feel foggy and hazy? And it's like this person and everybody's moving in like 5 times the speed they are, and you're just looking all over the place. That's what Chara's like on the ice right now.
Bailey just tried a cursory attempt to make a play in the corner, but of course he slowed up and they just moved it right around him.
Christ, back. At least we have possession, but it's back in the Islanders zone again. I mean, how much, Grumpy, out of the first 3 minutes, you want to say maybe we've had the puck in the Washington Capitals zone maybe for like 4 or 5 seconds, maybe?
I'll say 10.
Okay. Maybe I was selling us short. Oh, Christ, man. It has been a woeful. If I'm Lane Lambert, I call my timeout. Time to rip into the team real quick. You've got to get you call your timeout. We've looked hideous this second period.
Okay.
We get a shot on that, and it's gloved by Andersley.
I have no problem with that shot by Andersley there.
Neither do I. We need to get a stoppage of play. This is going to be a stoppage of play right here. It wasn't a great shot, but at least we'll stop play.
Look at Chari just standing there. Like I said, he's got to stick up his ass, and he just spins around in circles. I pointed that out on the last podcast. It's like that's what he is.
Jesus.
And when Dobson's out there, Dobson has to play 2 defense positions at the same time. That's what he has to do. All the movement has to be done by him.
Yikes, man.
Nice body check, though. Of course, Clutterbuck fell down on the body check. He's going after Wilson. Clutterbuck's doing his job, though, right? Somebody's got to mix something up here. And he's at least taking a shot. Again, another shot on Wilson. No, I'm sorry. That was not 43. It was somebody else. My bad.
Well, Grumpy. Wow. Anyway, it looks like it's coming back here for a little bit of an odd man break, a shot that just creams wide. Maybe Varlamov gets a little piece of it and pushes it wide. But the Washington Capitals have the puck back in the Islanders zone once more. Seems to be a reoccurring trend here this game. Islanders able to dump and clear a bit.
We're just slow. We're slow. We're slow. Really slow. Look at it. Ugh, Matt Martin. Ugh, can't even throw a check anymore.
He's finished, man. Every time we watch it, we just say he's finished.
Got 2 more years after this one on his deal. Okay, smart move. Glad we signed him that 4-year deal.
Jean-Gabriel Pageau hits the outlet pass and intercepted in the neutral zone by Connor McMichael. He dumps it deep.
How would it be if Connor McMichael scores a goal today? Ugh.
I hope not, Grump. That means we're losing.
Yeah, but what else would it say, right?
Oh,
always reaching. We're always reaching. Always reaching. There's Parise. Nothing will come of this.
Parise does have the puck down low. It looks like this is you've got it on the line here. Oliver Wahlstrom trying to get something in there, but looks like are the Islanders going to be going to the power play? Yep. Here we go. Is that Reemsdyke? Is that hold on. Does Zach Parise draw a penalty? Well, let's see here. Did he draw a high sticking? What is the penalty for? We'll see here in a second. I think we're just okay. They were just fighting down low.
Okay, now Chara did the same thing to Kuznetsov down the other end, right in front of the referee, no call. And I'm glad, but you have to worry if you're the Islanders because they're not going to give you those calls and then not give them to Washington later in the game.
Yep. Trevor Van Riemsdyk does, though, go to the penalty box. The Islanders on the power play. Let's see if we incorporate the same exact formation we've had on the power play that's caused success as of recent.
Missed pass by Wahlstrom.
It looked like somebody. Okay, here's the question. They were trying to get a change. Who was trying to change on the power play 13 seconds after they won the freaking draw? That was the issue. We had somebody continually trying to go back to change.
I didn't like our spacing. It was too linear.
They dumped the puck down deep. The Islanders do have possession in the Washington Capitals zone.
A little bit better now. Oops.
Almost dispossessed Oliver Wahlstrom is, but he's able to regain control. Passes it back.
Wahlstrom has struggled on this power play so far. Struggling handling the puck.
And now we've got Matt Barzal with the puck. He headhands it to Noah Dobson.
There you go.
Nice shot attempt, but buries it right into the pads of Vitek Vanacek.
What opens up that shot, though, right? Dobson driving the net, draws 2 men coming towards him.
Yep.
Which enables Anders Lee to make that pass back to Wahlstrom.
Dobson again is the one to go ahead and cross the blue line and go ahead and get that offensive zone time and pressure for the Islanders. He's then dispossessed down low, and we're unable to go ahead and corral the puck.
Nice move by Nelson. Hey, Bailey took a shot.
We had a few whiffed shot attempts. None of them actually hit the net, but we did take a few stabs at a shot.
How the hell is Bailey back?
Oh, the rebound goes bouncing right into the Islanders' skates. He's unable to corral it and put the puck back on net as Vanacek was out of position.
That was Bailey. But I'm not his thing. I'm not gonna be critical on him on that play. I would have been. I mean,
I was gonna say it's one of those hard to catch ones. I mean, it's just the rebounds in his skates. It looks like the Islanders will not convert on this power play opportunity.
Yeah, it started off sluggish. I thought Wahlstrom had a poor power play. Dobson looked nice. And, the thing that people who don't think that Dobson has any speed, it's because he's so big.
He moves for his size.
It's just a couple of strides. It doesn't look like he's fast, but he covers a lot of space.
That was I was about to say that borderline was a hit from behind. He hits him on the numbers. That being said, it wasn't against the boards. I promise you, if he hits him on the boards on that one, he's going to the box. But it looks like we get lucky on that one. He turns right at the last moment.
That's why we're the New York Saints.
The New York Saints. Oh man. Let's see if we're able to build some momentum off of that offensive zone time on the power play, right? Because we were on the ropes early in the second period. The power play has allowed us, hopefully, to level playing field. Holy crap. I don't know what defenseman that was who took out.
I'm like going like this. Come on, Andy. Come on. Somebody's going to the box.
No, it was an icing. No? Icing.
Right.
No, it's not icing. Okay, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's just a normal. I don't know.
More comments.
More comments. Dirk C saying, good evening, guys. Good evening, Dirk. How are you? James F.
Dirk will be excited to know that Connor McMichael, one of the three amigos, is playing in this game, and Simon Holmstrom is not.
Mm-hmm. James F. saying, how the hell do you deliver mail in below zero weather? Oh, my God. I guess I shouldn't be complaining.
Yeah, it's different.
Want to sigh says, I'm a huge Karate Kid fan. I grew up with it. I like the show, okay, but I have a lot of problems with it. Yeah, I've only watched the first season. It's okay. So I enjoy it, though. It's something good to just kind of half pay attention to, zone out to. Trust me, I'm not watching every single scene attentively like I would other shows. Frank C. says, can we make Chloe
Grace Moretz? She was in the Kick-Ass movies.
Oh, okay, gotcha. The new Karate Kid.
Hey, why not? I like her, too.
James F. says, new season of Cobra Kai. The teacher on, what was that?
Correct.
Gotcha. And then Matthew S. said Sorokin should be playing against Washington.
He should. Varlov's not while we're losing, though.
No, he's not. That's for certain. And you want to talk about the Islanders. I mean, even though we were able to amass a few shots on net during that power play opportunity, we had, I think it was 4 shots on net on that power play opportunity. So that's, 3 shots on net in that power play opportunity. And then we've got here, MSG Plus mostly. The actor plays Johnny is funny.
Yes. Yeah.
Varley's save percentage is going up, says Drew L. That for certain it is when he's facing all those shots. Frank K saying horrendous period outside of Varlamov and Bellows.
True.
Yep. Amen to that, Frank.
And Dawson as well.
Mr. B says, what do you think Trotz is saying to his TV this afternoon?
Go, Matlock.
Go, Matlock. What's that?
That was an old TV show, Matlock, with Andy Griffin. All the old people watch.
God.
Hey, when's Murder, She Wrote on? Maybe that's what he's saying.
Jewel saying, I'll trade Bailey for a penny. I think that's a fair trade.
You'd have to give me a penny back.
It looks like the Islanders have a little bit of zone time here.
Matt Martin charged in there, showed a little bit of aggression. Not much of a check. Thank goodness. That would have been a penalty. But, I'll tell you what the players also do. They turn their backs to the play, too, when they see somebody coming. So, for me, you're not allowed to be hit anymore. It's a double-edged sword. Hard. Oh, man.
Holy crap. I'll tell you, if they convert on that pass, that was wide
open in front of the net.
Mayfield missed marking his man. You got Mayfield and Zdeno Chara on the ice. Mayfield looked like he was trying to cover Chara's zone, and it left a wide open Washington Capitals for a tap-in goal. That pass is able to be completed.
Chara is a liability for whoever plays defense with him. That's offsides, without a doubt. Comments. Back to the comments.
Yes, Grump. Matthew S. said, Johnson should have not gotten 3 games. That's so weak. I agree.
100% agree. 100%.
What's a minor penalty gets you 3 games? Get the hell out of here, man. I'm sorry. Dude, I'll be honest with you. They just missed that opportunity. You had Martin and Clutterbuck covering the far side of the net instead of Scott Mayfield in his zone. And I tell you, if they connect on that, that is a goal, no doubt about it. There's no chance Varlamov could have had to save that.
Pellick.
He'll just call it cast considerations. Frank K saying dump and chase needs to be gone. Yep, we're not possessing that. We're not winning a lot of those dump and chase opportunities.
Here's why we're not winning dump and chase. We don't have the speed for the chase part.
Yep.
I mean, it's just that plain and simple. We don't have enough jump or enough speed in our game to do the chase portion of the dump and chase. We can dump it fine, but the chase, I mean, how many guys could you really dump and chase with? Bavillier, Barzell, Dobson will dump. He'll dump the puck in and chase it down. But we're not a fast team.
Frank K saying Martin is done.
Totally. I don't know what 19 was doing there, but that was terrible.
Holy hell! I'm turning the puck over right there. Yikes. Yeah. And then Frank K says, "I give up if Bellows is taken out of the lineup."
Well, get ready to give up.
Oh, he's played well today.
Yeah, I know, but when Palmieri's coming off the IR, you know he's going to play.
It would be baffling. Grump.
This has been.
I mean, we're 10 minutes into this. We're 10 minutes into the second period, and we have not seen much action going in favor of the New York Islanders so far.
Ugh. It's hard to watch. And this, like I said, this is one of the better teams in the league, and we've just been outclassed. It's only 1-0. So I mean, we're right in this game. Honestly, a lucky bounce. Think about it. When you have to be your chances of winning have to be predicated on lucky bounces and something the other team pooping the bed.
The other team makes.
Yeah, it's tough. And that's a terrible rebound by Varlamov. My gosh.
Yikes.
It's like we can't even we can't even make a pass.
Wow. I tell you, defense tries to clear it from deep, and he bounces it right off.
And that was Salo again. That's Salo again with a poor pass.
Well, bounced off another Islanders. It bounced off of Andy Green's skates.
He threw it into his skates. He had no
pressure.
He was
trying to get to Bellows, and he hits it off of Green's skates. It looks like we're finally able to get it out of the zone. That's got to be Matt Barzal, right?
Well, he took a tumble. I know the fans are crying for a penalty there.
He just got out physical to the puck. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I just assumed based off of who was stick handling it looked like a pretty fancy job there. I had to assume it was Matt Barzal.
Oh man.
Maybe it was Brock Nelson. I don't know. But back in the Islanders zone again. Yikes, man. Has not been a good second period for the Islanders either.
Dobson with nice fight with Bavillier up to Nelson.
Marquez.
Bellows coming up on the wing. Carlson with a little body check in the back, and it looks like it's just going to be right out of the zone again.
Marquez saying here, we can win this. We got this, guys. We improved as the period went on in the first period. Yeah.
Chara can't skate. Just can't skate. It's like he's out there in sneakers.
Oh man. He gets a puck, and what does he do? He ices the freaking thing.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I guess they say it went past the Washington Capitals.
No, it was icing. It's icing.
Oh my God. The thing is, Chara didn't need to freaking ice the puck. He had time, and instead he just throws the puck and airily down the ice.
He did not. Decision. I don't know what they're. That's the one thing when I don't have the sound. I don't know what they're saying about, like Bellows.
Well, it doesn't matter. We can look with our eyes and tell. Let's Go Islander says, forget this game. What about Wally's hit on Vesey and the taunt to Subban? Ooh, I love this guy. Now, Wallstrom is a hell of a player, man. I'll tell you, that was a monstrous hit. Bellis and Wallstrom need to keep playing. I couldn't agree more. And
They've been out there for a long time, this unit.
Yep, they have. Well, again, bad icing by Zdeno Chara. And what does Chara do? He's not only the man who ices the puck, he's the one who does the least skating. I'm sorry.
Can't get it out again.
JK here. 2 minutes pessimistic says Dobson is so good. That for certain he is.
He is.
Ovechkin walked into a wide open chance, and you could just tell he goes
frustration.
Frustration mounts as he buries one right into the crest of Varlamov. He knows he's got to come with a better shot on a wide open opportunity than that.
I'll tell you. Oh man, I tell you what.
We're seeing a lot of these Cobra Kai commercials.
I love, like I said, there's the bad guy. Yes, I remember him from the other ones. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I wonder if it's like, hey, Ralph, come to the game, and we'll go ahead and put you on TV. We'll put you a few commercials on. I don't remember seeing as many of these Cobra. I usually don't watch this broadcast. I usually watch ESPN Plus. So
I think he is a Long Island boy, though.
He is. He's a big Islander fan for certain. Yeah. He is. Back to the comments, though. Let's Go Islander says Dobson is going to be our franchise defenseman.
True.
For certain he is. Mark A said, we need a power play. Times have changed. We need a power play. How times have changed. Yeah. Let's Go Islander said, bro, put Wallstrom with Barzal. It's basically Ovechkin and Barzal on one line.
Why not?
And then Mark A says, does Grumpy follow the St. Bonaventure's Bonies?
No, the Bonnies. No, Bonies. God damn, man. It's the Bonnies. St. Bonaventure, the Bonnies, not the Bonies.
The Bonies.
The Bonies. Did you really say the Bonies?
I don't know. The Bonnies. What do you want to call them?
Bonnies. I used to follow them years ago when I was a kid. They'd be on MSG, Madison Square Garden. They show a lot of their games. But it's been a long time since I followed them. Long time.
Let's Go on.
They were a good basketball program back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
The Bonies.
The Bonnies.
The Bonies. The Bonies.
Let's Go Islanders. All right, there, Bumbledore. Just stay over in your lane, okay? Let's Go Islanders says here, Bellows better have secured his spot on the squad.
I hope so, but you never know. When Barry's back there, you never know. Give a young guy a chance. Let him show it. Go ahead. Continue.
JK says here, Chara has a good shot. Just saying.
He used to.
He used to. Yeah. Hey. Let's Go on. Said, I remember when I was excited for Chara. Oh boy, was I in for a ride. We were never excited for Chara.
No, we knew he couldn't play. I've been watching the last number. Boston did not want him, man. Again, but we're back. Game time action is like we're just getting. But here's the thing: the positive, 1-0. It's
1-0 is the biggest positive, right? Because
as poorly as we've played this whole game, it's 1-0.
Yep, we have played poorly. We are right now, Grumpy Old Man. I'll pop this up on screen. What do you think the shots are, Grumpy? If you're,
I want to say it's probably got to be like 25-8.
Shocking enough, it's only 24-11. But I'll tell you, we only have 11 shots on net.
Okay.
I mean, like there's only 6 minutes left.
I didn't realize.
Period.
I did not realize we had 4 shots this period.
Yes, we had all the 4 shots were done on the power play. We haven't had a shot since the power play, guys. So let that sink in.
Again, where are the wingers coming back to help out? They're just so. It's the fourth line out there. That's why.
A lot of people are waiting. They're like almost like standing still, or they're not moving their feet. They're standing and waiting for another Islander to do something. And again, that's not good when you have those feet stuck in cement.
Old guys can't skate. It's just that plain and simple. The worst skaters on our team are all the old guys can't skate. That's why, here's the thing. I don't think Parise is a great skater, but he looks like a really good skater on this team because we're just so slow. Oh, what happened?
Bailey, what happened is right. There's a penalty. High sticking penalty. Did Anders Lee draw a penalty, or is he going to the box? It looks like Anders Lee is going to the box.
That's against him.
Anders Lee going to the box for looks like a high sticking penalty. What a bad time to go to the penalty box here. Looks like there's about 5 minutes left in the second period. Islanders being outshot 24-11. Yikes. We'll get back to comments. We'll talk more here and at the end in the intermission. James F saying, I use 2 bags in a teapot. A green tea is the way to go. Good for you. Drew L said that moment when you take a shower break and the second period starts while washing yourself. And then Drew L said TJ was going Super Saiyan mode screaming, Jesus Christ, Chara. And then Let's Go Under said, I felt that in my body when TJ yelled, Jesus Christ, Chara.
See, that's the one thing when you do a live reaction to a game, sometimes you say things that you normally would not say, around people. I know I do it too.
I don't. There's nothing wrong with Jesus Christ, Chara. There's nothing wrong with that. Different Mind saying here, I keep forgetting Chara played for the Capitals last year. LOL. Yes, and he looked like a turnstile for them, and he looked like a pylon for them, and he looks like a pylon for us.
Same thing with Boston as last year there.
Let's Go Ounder said, I hope Chara retires this season. He's done for in the NHL. He's been done for a while. People still want to give him a chance, still want to give him a contract. So
they still think it's 10 years ago.
Yeah, James F saying, guys, you telling me the coaches don't see how slow Chara is? What are they watching?
I don't know what they're watching, but they know. They know. Why do you think he's with Dobson? He is the only defenseman on this whole team who can skate, who has plus skating ability. He's the only one.
Mm-hmm. Yikes. Man, yikes is all I've got to say to that one. James F saying, not going to win with only 8 shots on goal. Yeah, and 11 shots now. You're not going to win with 11 shots. Hold on. So what?
He got the stick up and hit him, and he hit him in the face mask. He did. I mean, it's one of those unfortunate penalties. It's certainly no intent. Got the stick up too high and caught him in the helmet and the face guard.
Well, right now, 5 minutes in 45 seconds left remaining into the second period.
The good news is, with how bad their power play has been, maybe this will be a respite for us.
Yep, maybe we can build off of that and maybe rattle off a few shots here on goal after we kill the penalty, hopefully.
Do you remember the days when we were really great at 5-on-5?
I do remember that, right? That's what we used to hang our hat on. We're a great 5-on-5 team. We struggle on the power play and the penalty kill, but a fantastic 5-on-5 team.
Terrible mishandle.
Exact other way now.
Terrible mishandle by Carlson.
Yeah. But thing is, the Washington Capitals are still able to keep possession in the Islanders zone.
Oh.
And a good one-time opportunity and chance. It looked like maybe it was deflected a bit by Casey Zizekas. He lost it, or he got his stick broken. And man, who was that just across?
They're the big Washington's the big brother and we're the little brother. We're just getting knocked down at the blue line. It's like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. This is like the Mighty Ducks before.
This is the Mighty Ducks before they got Colton, and then the great
before they bought into Gordon Bombay's coaching style.
I don't think Gordon Bombay, the fictitious coach, is going to go ahead and turn the Islanders around.
It looks like we're playing like Emilio Estevez is out there coaching.
Well,
Gordon Bombay.
The Islanders right now. Here we go. Here's a little bit of an odd man break for Brock Nelson. He tries to go ahead and put a deke in between the Washington defensemen, but is dispossessed. He does kill more minutes on the power play, though. Looks like 14 seconds left on that Washington Capitals power play. The Islanders have effectively killed they've effectively killed off both power plays.
Yeah. Like I said, it's the only thing that saved us is that they were on the power play.
Man, oh man. Oh.
Nice job hugging the post there by Varlamov.
Christ. I tell you. Man, oh man. We have got to get we have to build off that penalty kill. We have got to turn it into some sort of shots. Right now, Grumpy, we're just being outshot and outplayed in every single metric. It's not good for us.
Out everything.
We thought the second period would be more of our period, perhaps. No, not at all.
I tell you what, Anders Lee can't skate at all. At all.
Looks like the entire Islanders are having a difficult time with that. There's only a few handful of players that can't skate. Maybe they stay up late? They weren't ready for a 2:00 in the afternoon game. They're out partying all Friday night. Maybe that's what it is.
No, I don't.
Got hammered, drunk, and they're still playing hungover right now. It's the only thing I could think.
Well, that would
Washington can't be this dominant, right?
God, and Dobson slips going around the backside. Maybe
was it trip, or are they going to call it a slip? It looks like the Islanders going to the power play. They're going to call that a trip.
He must have been tripped because I'm like, man, oh man,
It looked like he was shot there. So the Islanders are going on the power play to end the second period. I'll be honest, that's a bad tripping call. That is a really bad tripping call. It looks like Dobson just kind of slipped.
Hey, Brock Nelson, you figure maybe he'll do something. Nope.
A good idea, but a good job by the Capitals.
Here's the thing. He tries all that stuff. He's not talented enough to do that. Just not.
He does that occasionally.
There's Cal Clutterbuck playing the little brother.
Getting
to
knocked out of
Wilson.
the ice.
Just terrible.
Let's Go Under said Lou really can't do anything. I mean, he can trade for vets, but you want to keep Barry happy.
I don't care if he keeps Barry happy. I could care less if he keeps Barry happy.
I can care less about the team's struggles.
We'll talk about this post game. We'll talk about that post game because
Jeremy F here is saying, just realized the Islanders are missing Zarnak. Well, no, they're not missing him. They decided not to dress him. I like his speed and his smarts he brings to the game. As much as I think Matt Martin is a great teammate and guy, I'd rather have Zarnak in there.
If we score on this power play, we're in this game.
Think about how crazy that is.
Wally's going to shoot. You know he's shooting.
Oh, Wallstrom.
Out front.
Just missed.
See, here's the thing. He shouldn't be Dobson. Wallstrom should not be a guy handling the puck on the power play. Just shoot. Just shoot.
You know, like in basketball terms, right? You've got that one guy who stands in a corner and shoots the threes.
Guards. Yeah.
Well, no, the one guy who stands in the corners and shoots the three. Oh, I guess the shooting guards usually do that. Yeah. Sometimes you get small forwards who can do it too. But on the power play, it looks like we've got about a minute left. We had an opportunity or two, but
I'll tell you what, Washington is making sure they take any shot. Again, everything is we don't have jump. I think Pajot looks slow too. I mean, could it be that Pajot is just not the same player he was before? I mean,
people were saying it looked like he was getting back his step, a little bit earlier on before we had this long stretch. But I would argue not so much as of recent. I mean, it looks like, the same exact guy who had a difficult time skating before is here again.
Dobson has been out the whole power play.
He should be. He's the head man on the power play.
Oh,
man, oh, man.
Nelson
has a wide open chance.
Oh, yes. Come on.
Who the fuck didn't shoot that? Oh. Is that Bailey?
Bailey!
And handed one over whether they shoot the freaking puck?
Fucking Bailey. Piece of shit.
He had the net wide open. He didn't shoot.
That's Bailey.
What in God's name is he doing? I'm sorry, man. That's pathetic. That is pathetic. Vanacek is so far out of position, and he gets it wide open there by himself, and he doesn't shoot the freaking puck. Shoot!
Ah!
Shoot!
Ah! It looks even worse on replay.
Shoot the puck!
Bailey. Fucking Bailey.
God, I don't know what else to tell you.
Why is he not on the power play? He's a drain on the Long Island Lighting Company. He sucks. I hate that Bailey. He's a piece of shit. Bailey, what are you waiting for? An invitation to shoot the puck? Piece of crap.
I'm sorry. I don't know what else to tell. I mean, like that right there should, like how Barry rips guys off the ice and says, you're sitting down for the next 9 minutes because you've done so shitty. You didn't shoot with the net wide open, the goalie trying to locate the puck out of position, and you had a wide open opportunity. If you're not watching the game, you'd almost think we're making it up at how egregious of a mistake that was by Bailey not shooting the puck. But trust me, it's just as bad as we went ahead and described it. It's like he wanted an invitation, right? He wanted one sent via the Royal Mail. I need an invitation to shoot this puck here. Send it off in the mail. That is awful. That is atrocious. I'm sorry, Bailey. That is freaking awful. Awful.
This guy should not even be allowed to shave. No blades ever to go near Bailey. No blade. No skate blades. No razor blades. Nothing. Get him off the ice.
I'm sorry.
Laviolette said, hey, thanks, Bailey. You're the best player on our team.
Is Josh Bailey playing for the Washington Capitals and we just don't know it?
Just seems that way. I mean, but think about it, right? That power play, if we score in that power play, we're right back in this game. I know it doesn't seem like it.
And Jesus Christ, Bailey. Jesus Christ.
And Andy Green makes a nice comeback because he was outmanned by, I think that's Ehlers, isn't it? 20 Ehlers, who I think's had a pretty good game today. But he won't take his opportunities either. Trip, no call. We'll take that. Mayfield again. He gets away with a lot of penalties. Come on, Matty B. Come in the last 10 seconds. Nice pass.
And an opportunity with a shot. Just goes wide.
Well, look at Bailey tried to make a shot on that one, but,
So what we saw is the difference here hold on. Who did they bring back in the lineup? Because Zarnak is not on the ice. Yeah, he wasn't on the ice. He was okay. Jean-Gabriel Pageau came back and Zarnak sat.
There you go.
Think about that. Jean-Gabriel Pageau, again, he's a good player, but dude, Zarnak's been playing well, and we sit Zarnak.
Look at the vision of fucking Bailey.
Bailey takes a shot there, and again, it goes. He deflects it right off of the shin pad of the Washington Capitol. It goes freaking careening way out of play.
Was that Wilson coming back and back checking?
Don't know. I still cannot get over how freaking bad of a
that is Bailey in a nutshell right there.
Is awful, dude. That's awful. I've never seen something that bad in my life. I've never seen something that bad in my life. I'm sorry. You know what that's like? That's like when you're freaking watching Pee Wee hockey and little Johnny doesn't understand that when the net's open, I've got to shoot now. He's trying to hold on a second, guys. Shoot that freaking thing, Bailey.
And I apologize for my language, but see, that's what Bailey does to me. He really does.
I'm trying to see if I could find the clip. I hope somebody has already clipped it, but Josh Bailey. God almighty, dude.
Michael with a better shot than Bailey ever had in his career. Right there.
Oh.
Let's get to the comments.
Oh man, I tell you, I'll try to find this. I'm gonna have to jump away, Grumpy, for a few seconds, but I'll pop up a few comments. Yeah, Zarnak needs to be on the fourth line, no doubt about it.
True.
Okay, now let's get Bellows and Wallstrom out there for a power play goal. Only if they were on the ice. Instead, we need to put Josh Bailey on the freaking ice on the power play.
I'd much rather have Bellows out there on a power play. Without doubt.
We saw exactly what we saw when we have Bailey on the ice on the power play. It's not a freaking mystery that the few games Bailey was not on the power play before we went out again with an extra 12-game stretch of COVID, we were scoring power play goals. We throw him right back on the power play goes dormant again. What is Bailey like, Grumpy?
Piece of shit.
I thought you were about to say like Scarface. He's a line killer. The same thing you always say.
I'm sorry.
Grumpy, I'll let you touch this one. Different minds. Okay. I'll be back in a second. I got to go to the restroom.
How do you guys feel about Chychrun? Emily Kaplan says the asking price for him is a first, a prospect, and a young roster player. Okay, we don't have any prospects. The only good thing is maybe we could get rid of Simon Holmstrom. So if that's the prospect, okay. First round pick, looks like we're going to be in the lottery this year. So I don't want to do that. And a young roster player. Who would qualify that you'd be willing to give up? How many young roster players do we have? It's not going to be Dobson or Salo. So you're looking at probably either Bellows or Beauvillier, right? Those are the only young roster players that we have, or Wallstrom. I know they're not getting rid of Wallstrom, so I just don't think that works. I'm sorry. And does Chychrun make us a playoff team? I don't think so. We cannot trade away any up and coming youth players or any draft prospects. Just can't do it at this stage. Like I said, everyone, we don't want to blow it up. We don't want to blow it up. Well, my question for anyone who says that is, why not? Because do you think just with a couple little tinkers here and there, this team is good enough to contend for a Stanley Cup? And if the answer is no, that's why you blow it up. Go ahead, TJ.
I'm trying to still find that. I cannot wait to find that Josh Bailey. But we'll get more comments here. Yeah, and then Want You to Decide says, I like Sarnak. With Johnson on the fourth line, Cizikas has looked useless this season also.
He's finished. The whole fourth line is done. Clutterbuck is playing. He's looked out of the whole the identity line. Clutterbuck's been by far the best player this year, by far.
I cannot believe. Jesus, I tell you, people.
Yeah, they're gonna bury that one. Believe me, they're gonna bury that.
I mean, like they haven't actually showed. Nobody's clipped it yet. The clip of him completely deciding not to shoot the puck. So I'm sure somebody will in a second.
They're gonna believe me, they're gonna bury that highlight like it never happened.
They're going to delete it off of all social media. Anybody who tweets it's going to be immediately taken down. You can't talk bad about Josh Bailey. Josh Bailey's fantastic.
I like Shannon Hogan.
Who doesn't love Shannon?
Well, I don't think she knows anything. Oh, look at this. Here's his girl. We're in a Pageau.
What is that? Oh man, that's the Shack. That's the Shack bagel grump, dude. I'll be honest with you. I haven't eaten lunch. It only costs you. It only sets you in a hole about $16 or $17.
Man, $16-$17. I could cook my own.
It's part of the Blue Line Deli Bagel, and it's a Shack chicken sandwich put together, Grump.
Pretty nice.
Chase H. Sam Martin is so bad for certain.
it's pretty bad when they have to have Shannon out here shilling the food at intermission. Oh, and there's Anson.
Anson Carter is being forced to eat it.
Yeah.
That's good food. I'd eat that. I like.
Yeah,
Look at I like Anson Carter.
Okay, now he was tapping, but he actually has some food on his lower lip, so he should clean that up a little bit.
Grumpy says good vibes. Whatever this is, Grumpy says good vibes. And then Jeremy Ford said they've taken the penny out of circulation.
Really?
I didn't know that.
Oh, okay.
Tony Cheese says Grumpy seems more like a diagnosis
murder guy. That was with Dick Van Dyke, I think, was in that show.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know who Dick Van Dyke is?
Well, I don't know what Murder Game is.
Chitty Bang Bang, Mary Poppins.
Oh, yeah, that guy, the old guy. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
The old guy. Yeah, he is in his 90s.
Dick Van Dyke.
Still dance, though. Still freaking dance.
I could never dance.
90s. He's still dancing in his 90s. Think about that.
I tell you, Grumpy, you want to know the funny thing?
And he's actually
nobody has clipped that freaking tweet. Can somebody please clip that?
I'm DVRing this game. If I have to, I will send you something after the game. And because that's matter of fact, I started DVRing the game once I saw that shot or non-shot, shall we say. Okay, let's roll through these comments because
James F. Oh, Grumpy, first we got to do something else. What time is it, Grump? You know what time it is?
It's ad time. Get
Who's
to
our
it.
sponsor, Grump?
Draftkings. Let's roll, baby.
Grumpy, I got to pull up the freaking ad first. So that's what I was telling you. That's I don't know, to stall for a bit here, Grump. Huh? That's what I was asking. Who does the ad?
Should be done stalling now.
Okay, Grumpy. Okay.
Playing those slimy flyer dogs on
DraftKings is our sponsor today. The NFL playoffs are here, and DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, is kicking things off with a huge offer. Counting down to Super Bowl 56, new customers can get 56-1 odds on any wild card team to win their game. Bet just $5 and win $280 in free bets if your team is victorious. If Sportsbook isn't available in your state yet, you still have something to play for this wild card weekend. Everyone can play for huge cash prizes with DraftKings Daily Fantasy Football Contest. DraftKings is giving all new customers a free shot at millions of dollars in total prizes with their first deposit. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use the promo code THPN and get 56-1 odds on any NFL team. Bet just $5 and win $280 in free bets if your team wins. That's promo code THPN this wild card weekend at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. You must be 21 years or older in New Jersey, Indiana, or Pennsylvania only. New customers only. Minimum of a $5 deposit and $1 wagers required. One per customer. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for full details. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Oh, Grumpy.
Yeah. Don't gamble if you have a gambling problem. Other than that, gamble away using DraftKings.
And then we got here, James F. saying maybe the Islanders should change locker rooms in the second half of the season. Maybe they'll play better. Couldn't hurt.
Yeah.
Jeremy Ford saying if that was, say, some average player like Ehlers, Rust, or Nelson, that wouldn't have been 3 games, just because it was Johnston. Even if he doesn't have a history of dirty plays.
That's his first suspension. Yeah, they don't. That's the thing. Is Anson also eating some chicken tenders because those look good too? I'm hungry as well, TJ. I haven't eaten all day either, and I'm like, man, those chicken tenders look good. That bagel with the chicken on there looks good. Everything looks good that they're eating. So.
Anson Carter, man, if you want to slide that our way, I'll be eating some chicken.
I don't like his tie though. I don't know. It's not tied right. It's just not. Come on.
Oh, it's not centered, Grump. It's all centered.
That's it. Straighten it out. Come on, AC. Straighten that thing out.
Straighten your tie. Oh, okay. Oh, they said AC is awesome. I didn't know that meant Anson Carter. Okay, gotcha. Now it comes to fruition. Islanders now being outshot 26-15 through the second.
Well.
Do we have 25 shots on net before the end of the game?
It was 10-9. I think we will. Sure. If we get a couple more power plays. That's the only time we're putting shots on goal.
Dang. I was hoping Barzal would have pulled off a Bobby Ryan on that opportunity. No, I couldn't take it from end to end like that. Only sometimes. JK said, I'm so sick and tired of Bailey overthinking this game. We just don't have it this game. Yeah.
Is it us or is it just Washington better than us?
you talk about we've been outplayed. If Josh Bailey or whoever could have been in that spot were to just have shot the puck on net, say even it's not a great shot, it still has a high chance of going in because the net was wide open. You're looking at a totally different outcome. We're looking at going into the third period on a 1-on-1 tie. I mean, it's still only a 1-goal game, so we're still in it. I mean, if we are able to, string together a good third period, it could be ours. I mean, that's a good thing about, having 2 bad periods, but playing a game close like we have been.
True.
Anthony R. said, can somebody wake the Islander players? Damn it.
Like I said, I don't know, is it us or is it just that Washington's just so much better than us? See, that's why this was like I said, again, I'm going to say it's a barometer game for us. Where do we stand against good teams?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I tell you, it is a barometer game.
Paulo's 100% on. Let's face it, we're not making the playoffs. You see us catching any of the top 8 teams. Really, I mean, just look at, it's the truth. It's like we're not good enough. I hate to say it. We're just not good enough. And do you see us getting better next year either?
Anthony R. said, Salo shows me nothing. We definitely need another offensive defenseman.
I mean, that's why I want Salo to play the rest of the year, though. And like I said, I give Aho a shot. I have no problem playing Aho as well. Can he be a number 7 defenseman going forward? Because you have Chara and Green. Hopefully they're going to be gone. You're going to need another defenseman who can give you some minutes. Can it be Aho?
Absolutely, Grump. I'm sorry. I'm reaching out to the Islanders community on Twitter. I'm asking if someone can please clip that Josh Bailey non-shot. That's all I need. I need that. I need somebody to clip that for us before our podcast. So that's what I was reaching out and saying. I apologize, Grumpy. We got here another comment here by Drew L saying Butch Goring thinks this season is Cal's best season.
He's played. I think he's played more than. I mean, I hate guys who play really, really well in contract years, but there's no way I'm signing him back. No way. No way. He's over 30 again, 35, whatever the heck he is. I'm sorry. Go somewhere else. I love you. You've been a great Islander, but we're not resigning more guys in their 30s to long-term deals.
Drew L said, but Bailey, he's such a smart player, right, Barry?
If he was so smart, he would have taken a shot.
And then Ariel C said, there's the Bailey we know and hate.
Absolutely.
Oh, man. And then Want You to Sigh says, Bailey is an absolute nightmare for certain. JK said, like I said, I'm so sick and tired of Bailey overthinking this game. Oh,
true.
Sal P has a very stylish shirt on. You know what that is, Crump? That's right there, Maddie and the Jags.
Yes, it is.
And he says, I hate to say it, but we absolutely suck. Anyone who thinks Bailey is good just doesn't know hockey.
True.
I heard when you have wide open nets and empty nets, usually you're not supposed to shoot at them. That's what I heard. Will S. said, Bailey, what the freak? Oh, my God. It happened. There it is, my boy. This is Mark K.
Is it Alexander?
It's Mark K. Mark K found it. Mark K found it, ladies and gentlemen. Mark K, you're an absolute legend for this. So we could just go ahead and watch Josh Bailey not shooting the puck. Shoot!
You didn't.
Bam! I'm not showing you. I'm sorry. I'm looking at it right here, and I'm freaking yelling at it. Here we go. Let's watch this again. Shoot!
A pass from 2 foot in front of the net again. A pass.
It's like he doesn't know what a one-time is. It's like once he's passing the puck for somebody else to one-time, he's like, yeah, I've seen that on the ice a few times, but I've never really actually tried it. You know what's this? As soon as a puck comes towards you and you have an open net, putting it towards the net.
Did you see Vanacek? Oh, it's Bailey. And he comes right back to the front of the net, even with the puck still on his stick. He starts going the other way. The puck is still on his stick, and Vanacek goes, it's Bailey, and he starts covering the front of the net again. They read their scouting report. He starts moving away from the shooting zone because it's Bailey.
James S. said, that's my new alarm clock. Bailey. Oh, my God.
Okay.
It's the gift that keeps giving when you're watching this, Grump. If you ever think to yourself, I'm like, oh, Jesus.
He sickens me. Look at him. Look at Vanacek, though. Look at him. Oh, no risk of him shooting. Coming back the other way. That's your biggest giveaway right there. Oh, it's Bailey. We know he's not shooting. That shot was there for him to shoot.
Wide open net. Holy shit. He had a chance to pause. And think about it. He still could have even picked the corner. He had a chance to pause, wait, like it was freaking shooting practice.
Look at Vanacek. He's got the puck. Bailey still got the puck on the stick, and he's going back the other way.
I just want to throw the headset and walk away from the Islanders when I see some nonsense.
Somebody ought to two-hand Bailey. That's what they should do. Just bam, cross-check him right in the mouth. Not break his jaw, knock him out of the game. Get him out of there.
Washington, who's sliding to try to stop a shot. When he slides, you see, he puts his arm immediately down looking for the pass. He knows Bailey's not even intending on shooting before he freaking passes the puck.
Here's the thing. This is on a power play. All right, TJ, more comments. Roll the comments.
I'm sorry. We're going to keep this up here, but we're going to
save that clip because that clip is
Ariel C said Parise on the power play when he can't buy a goal is so funny.
And Bailey when he won't even attempt to score a goal.
Won't shoot the puck on that. That Jewel said, Jesus Christ, send Josh Bailey to the Squid Games. Do you know what the Squid Games are, Grump?
It's a show on Netflix that I've never seen.
Yeah, it's like you play games, and if you don't complete them successfully, you die. You have a chance to win a lot of money, though. Nick D says here, classic Bailey. Bailey has to be benched. Oh, my God. That was a gift. He drives us all insane. For certain. Here's the thing. Could you imagine if Oliver Wahlstrom or Kiefer Bellows were to have done that and not shoot in that situation? I'm pretty sure he'd sit on the bench the rest of the game. Your job as a forward on a power play right in front of the freaking net is to shoot. Every time, I'm not even looking at the clip. Every time I glance my eyes back over the screen and not the comments, I get sick. Thank God I haven't eaten anything today. Otherwise, I'd projectile vomited all over the screen. Oh,
that play is Josh Bailey in his whole career in a nutshell right there. That's it.
Christ almighty. It's worse than Henrik.
Do not lose that clip. Do not lose that clip.
Okay, Grumpy, you understand when I got tagged in it. It's not like the clip disappears. You know that, right?
I just want to make sure that you don't do anything stupid.
Oh, and I love this one too. He says, now this is, let me see who commented this. Christopher Clark says, and I'll pop this up on screen real quick too, Grumpy. I like this. He made a comment about an individual we have on the Islanders. He said, $5 million a year for Bailey to do nothing. You could have Zarnak for $725K, cheaper and willing to do more. I'll tell you, Zarnak would have shot the puck right there.
What's the difference between Kiefer Bellows and Anders Lee at this point in time? Same. You can make the same argument with those two players. Same argument.
It's not going away, guys. We'll make sure we don't lose it. Ariel C said, the fact that we only have 15 shots on net in 40 minutes is abysmal. I 100% agree. I 100% agree. Jeremy Ford said, if that was Kiefer Bellows in front with that puck instead of Bailey, it's 1-1 right now. For certain it is. And that's what I said. That's why you can't have freaking guys on the power play that are freaking unwilling to shoot the puck.
Absolutely.
Paulo C said here, I see it is as bad coaching because the first thing, Bailey should not be on the power play, period. So I guess that's right? Bad coaching allows Bailey to be on the power play. Who do we blame more, Bailey for not shooting or the coaching knowing he won't shoot and still putting him on the power play?
Like I said, Barry, that's Barry.
Frank K saying, I'm glad to see Trotz tell Lambert to play Bailey on a power play instead of Bellows. Validation on how much Trotz hates Bellows. Can't wait to see Bellows score 20, 25 goals on another team.
We're going to need to keep Bellows. I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to need to keep him because all the old guys on this team just suck.
Brian B said, so sick of this Trotz bullshit. Ariel C said,
another mother.
In puck drop has just started in the third period. Islanders big fan. What's up? Welcome to the stream. Ariel C said here, Josh Bailey can get he gets 2 points the first time in months, and he gets promoted on the power play. Bellows can score 3 goals in a game and make a defensive mistake, and boom, gets benched. Just idiotic at this point.
It's pathetic.
The fact that Bellows doesn't have a place on this team, Barry hates that. That's it. Barry hates him. That's it. Man, oh man, that Shaq sandwich is pretty amazing.
It's the
Alex
fact
H said it looks fantastic.
Yeah, it's the fact that they make. I don't know. I'm all distracted by the sandwich thing now. So,
dude, I love myself a sandwich. I'll tell you that much. How much for that bagel? For the bagel with the sandwich is like $16, $17, but I heard it's good. But Grumpy, we're back to the third period. Oh man.
You can still periodically bring up comments, I guess, or we can, whatever. I don't know.
We will. We'll make sure to do that.
Just frustrating. Just frustrating.
Oh, I tell you.
We had a chance. Nice pass. Nice play.
What an opportunity.
Nice save by Vanacek, right?
Holy crap. Wallstrom. What a freaking play, Oliver Wallstrom. Man, he takes it he takes it in the offensive zone. And look at this opportunity. He skates and dekes. How many defensemen there? One defenseman. Whoop. And he puts it on a forehand, and he just misses that.
Here's the thing. Let me give a little credit to Zach Parise. He's the one who set up that whole play by aggressively entering the zone.
And he crashes
the defender and making a pass.
He does crash the net looking for a rebound as well.
Yeah. Well, I give credit where credit's due. I have no problem with Parise being on the fourth line. But, it looks like we come out with a little bit more jump this period. And there's Bailey. Ugh.
Do you remember how we said, right? Even though we're only down one goal, all it takes is one play,
one lucky bounce, one rush, and we're right tied up at this game. I tell you what, that we cannot give up a second goal. Cannot happen.
Oh man, you're not kidding there, Grumpy. We cannot give up I think Siri wanted me there. No, we cannot give up a second goal. That is 100% right. Brian B said, the quicker we lose Trotz, the better this team will be going forward.
Trotz is a good coach. I mean, we'll talk about that post game, but it's just you just see things where they can fix these things, and until they what's the biggest thing? You have to realize you have a problem before you can solve it. I don't know if Lou and Barry realize they have a problem.
They do not. I could tell you they don't, Grump.
Because I can see it. I've been able to see it for a couple of years. I mean, the two Eastern Conference Finals for me were just a mirage. Just a mirage.
Mm.
All we did was beat teams in our division, the Metro division. Oh, nice save by Varlamov. That, was in transition. I mean, that's all we've seen.
Oh, man, Grumpy. Man, oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. I tell you, it's something else. I'm sorry. I had to tweet about it. I had to get a little tweet out.
Matt Martin taking his little twirl on the ice.
Well, it looks like we have generated more shots and opportunities this third period as of early. I mean, it's early yet. We're throwing more pucks towards the net, which is needed. I mean, we only had 15 shots on net through the first two periods. That's bad. Frank Hayes saying here, Trotz just proved that he is not willing to change. He needs to go. Seattle's next coach.
He'd be fine with the expansion team.
Noah W saying, watching the fourth line is like watching a pet grow old is the best way of putting it. Yep, you love it. You just kind of start to see it die out, and you're just kind of like, oh, man.
Yeah, you still love them for what they were.
Yep. And Jason Dorr says, Martin looks so slow for certain he does.
That's the first thing that goes when you're in an NHL is your ability to skate.
Yep.
Like I said, that's why I feel that we've had a poor year this year. Our guys just can't skate anymore. It makes a difference.
Talking about Barry Trotz. Yep, I was hoping he'd change, but he needs to go. And then Rich A said, laugh my ass off. Anson Carter going to nut on Bailey. Oh my God. Oh, was he tearing into Josh Bailey? Oh God, good.
Oh, was he?
Oh my God!
Nice
Look at that wide open opportunity and chance.
Again, this is all because of Matt Martin with a poor clear around the back end, and now
it's another icing to compound on top of that.
Yeah.
Yikes. I mean, he was wide open.
Anson Carter is not going to be long for the telecast if he's making if he's being critical of Josh Bailey or any of the Islanders. They don't like that.
Guess what? I'd rather somebody speak the truth than
me too.
That's why we started a podcast.
That is exactly why we started a podcast.
The only reason we started a podcast.
Big save by Varlamov on Kuznetsov. Point blank.
Varlamov has had a good game today.
Salo's not ready for the NHL. I'm just telling you, he's not ready.
Well, let me ask you this. Is it maybe – ooh, better watch out. He's getting a little close, That's
close. All right. Wallstrom's not afraid to
make I have no problem with Wallstrom doing it. I'm just saying I don't want Tom Wilson to go jump his ass or anything. Oliver Wallstrom actually produces for us.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't need him to get beat up by Wilson. That's
true. Drew L said, I swear, what's up with MSG doing iMessage commercials? It's so damn cheesy, and nobody talks like that on text.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't even comment on it because it sounds like some newfangled stuff that I have nothing to do.
Is that what it is, Grumpy?
Yeah.
James F. saying, TJ, season 1 or 2 of Cobra Kai seen Ralph Macchio, the student, ask what you're doing on your phone. I'm trying to get the Islanders game. Yeah, well, they're playing the Ducks. Yeah, I think we said that once about the Devils, too. I'm trying to watch the Islanders. Yeah, he's also the executive producer of the show. That's good. And then
I am glad.
Adventure Bonies. Grump loves the Bonies.
Shit. The Bonies. The Bonies. The Bonies.
The Bonies.
I hate to say it, Mark. I'm going to be calling them the Bonies now because TJ called them. I know they're the Bonnies, but TJ, you know, he is what he is. You got to love him, though, right? The Bonies.
James F. saying, yep, third period is ours. It looks like that so far. Got to score.
Okay, but I'm going to tell you what. Washington came back and has had a couple of point-blank chances. Varlamov has been really, really good today.
Good. We need him to step up. We need the goaltending to step up, especially when we're not looking like it, so confident on the defense side of the puck or the offensive side of the puck. Somebody has to pull the weight. And right now, Varlamov has done a great job tonight or this afternoon. Brian B said, Frank, yep, he's never going to change talking about Barry Trotz. Time for him to go. Pissing me off at this point. Enjoy the game, you lucky beep.
Very true. And there's Dobson. Once again, passing it to Bailey. That's a pass coming back. There you go. Nice job, Dobson.
Dobson leading the attack, throws the puck towards the goaltender, hoping for a rebound, going to bounce in favor of the Islanders. Does not. Looks like the Washington Capitals have regained possession. Dumping the puck down low.
I mean, at some point in time, you'd think they would try to put Barzell out there with Bellows and Wallstrom. Why not?
You think they'd say, let's try to mix something up. Let's get some offense going.
Why not try?
We need to get some offense going. Watch this. Well, you know what's going to happen? They're going to say, we struggled offensively, so we need Kyle Palmieri back in the lineup. Here you go, Kiefer Bellows, back to the bench for you.
Oh, no, we suck again.
That's what it would be. That's what it would be.
No, I'm just saying the comment there. Rob Schneider and Waterboy.
Yep. And then Mark A saying, can the Bruins lose, please? Well, they need to lose, and we need to freaking win.
They're not going to be losing. Rask is really good in goal. And I saw an interview with him yesterday, and he was talking about how he was hurt all last year, the whole season. He said he wasn't necessarily in pain all the time, but it's always there that that if
it's a nagging injury,
that it's going to get injured. And that's a tough way to play a game. And that's why we looked against us. He didn't look the same. But
they're considering benching him multiple times for Swayman that series.
Yep.
Anthony R says, it's not Washington, it's us. We look horrible. Washington hasn't played good either.
Well, I guess we're the get-well cure for teams on 4-game losing streaks.
Look at Jake. JK sent that to us. JK was on it, too. I love it, Jake. Thank you.
Cheryl was that the Bailey thing?
Yeah, he was on it. JK was on it there. Too much pessimistic. Was on it. Cheryl S. there says, we're here at the game. Hope we see a goal. Gorgeous new stadium.
I hope we see 2 goals for us, Cheryl. Not just 1, 2.
Oh, man, that's great. Is the crowd loud? I hope so. The first period was loud, then it kind of died down. Islanders.
Cheryl, I've never seen Cheryl on the podcast before. Thank you for listening.
Yep, absolutely. Looks like we're starting to forecheck a little more in the offensive zone, which is needed. Looks like Washington is playing a little bit further back in their zone as well, saying, "Hey, we'll give up a little bit more space, but we want to be more defensively responsible."
Nelson.
That's a pass in a freaking skate to Salo. I mean, Green puts that pass into the skate of Salo's, and Salo's skates.
Vanacek without a stick right now. Second line, once again, putting some pressure on there.
Yeah.
Nice to see there's Bellows. He's not afraid to shoot the puck.
He throws the puck on that.
Screw it. I'm shooting.
Yep.
Here's our chance. Oh!
Bellows throws it back towards the middle of the net. He throws it back. I'm telling you, man, we're getting a lot of chances over here. Bellows is not afraid to throw the puck towards the net.
I love this kid. I want him.
He's got a hard and crisp shot, too, which is always encouraging to see.
Thank God for COVID. I'm going to tell you again, thank God for COVID because we got a chance to see Kiefer Bellows. That's the positive of COVID right there. That's your silver lining.
That is the silver lining.
The only silver lining, honestly.
Yep, that is the only. And Dobson. That's it.
Yep.
Cheryl also saying, second period, not so much. Need working on the passing for certain. And then Josh H saying, always looking for the perfect play instead of shooting. It's getting real old.
It's sickening.
James F saying, come on, Grump. We're signing back Clutterbuck. We're going to be the oldest team in hockey. We're going to be the 72 Washington Redskins.
You know what their nickname was, TJ? The Over the Hill Gang.
Are you serious?
That was the name of the team, the Over the Hill Gang. They made it to the to the Super Bowl against Miami Dolphins, who closed them out to finish up their undefeated season. Billy Kilmer was your damn quarterback when they had Sonny Jurgensen on the roster. All right, you don't know who those players are.
It was before I was born. That's right. The 72 Grump. That's years before I was born.
It would be like playing Josh Bailey, and I'm selling Billy Kilmer short. He was a scrapper. So I guess it would be like saying,
hold on, you're selling Billy Kilmer short by comparing him to Josh Bailey.
Yes, he was a scrapper. I mean, he was a terrible. No. You have to look at some Billy Kilmer highlights. No, he couldn't throw the ball. Terrible. But they had Sonny Jurgensen, who would be like Matt Barzell and playing Matt Martin instead of him, something like that, who couldn't play. So. Okay,
I love it. People are tagging the New York Islanders in that tweet I just made. Mark A saying we need an early goal for certain. We do, but I mean, as the time.
Since we're at the middle of the period now, I'm going to take a middle of the period goal. That's what we need.
Anthony R said our offensive players can't generate chances. We need our defense to join the play. We don't have any choice. That's right.
We only have one defensive player who's capable of doing that. Just one.
Joel said the Josh Bailey clips are going to be used to giving Islander fans major PTSD. Bailey. Tony Cheese saying, don't vomit your hot dogs all over your stuff. Yeah, I was about to say. Apollo C said, Bailey is not a shooter, so why is he set up for a shot? This is why he shouldn't be on the power play.
Even if you're not a shooter, you have to realize the situation and say, you know what? It's an empty net. I have to shoot.
We would yell about how bad of a shot it was or how he would miss the net or something like that. But at least he tried. At least he tried. Anthony R said, can Lambert mix up the lines at least? I know it would be nice. Telling you, put Bellows and Wallstrom on Barzal's line.
Absolutely. I want those out there together. I don't care if they're not as good defensively. I mean, look at the fourth line. They live in our zone. I mean, let's be honest, right?
Mm-hmm. And then Josh Yates said Barzal would probably have 40-plus points if half of his great passes, they'd have somebody to finish on with a goal. For certain, no doubt in my mind.
Anders Lee is just about finished as well.
He's a garbage man. He's a garbage man. That's all it is.
You know what? You don't pay garbage men $7 million a year. I'm sorry. I don't see the garbage men who pick up trash in my neighborhood wearing Rolexes and diamond stud earrings. I don't see that.
Oh man. Grumpy. I love it. I got a comment here from Jewel saying here, you know what Mike Milbury and Trotz have in common? They hate young guys and love the vets.
You know what it is? Coaches like certainty. That's what the whole thing is. They like certainty. They want to know, okay, what's the downside? They need consistency. And I understand that. But at some point in time, you have to realize, you know what? We're not good enough like this.
Yeah. It's like the long-term item would pay off for you dividends. Just how it works. You're going to live with a few of the bumps and bruises, but long-term is going to be successful for you. Your players are going to be better. And here
11 minutes to go. The Islanders have definitely stepped up their play here in the third period.
A lot of heavier forward checking. The Islanders have had a lot of offensive zone time. Matt Barzal putting on the Jets. Nice pass back to Bailey.
Bailey, that's a pass coming back the other way.
And we got a shot from the point. Barry is right into a defender standing in front of the net.
Not long enough for
Robin Salo. We've seen a little bit more on the ice. And here's the thing: Robin Salo is more of an offensive-minded defenseman. Why not let him play to his style? I'll be honest, that could have been a little bit of a hook. And the Islanders go on the power play.
Wallstrom draws a penalty. Another one.
Oliver Wallstrom draws a penalty. Nick Backstrom caught with lazy skates, not moving his feet. Reaches in.
I'm going to tell you what, we're going to score on this power play.
Sorry, that's Schultz. I think so too. We've looked much better. Please tell me Josh Bailey will not be on the power play. I'll be honest with you.
That said, I hate that penalty call, just like I hate the one on Andy Green earlier today. I hate those penalties. That's such ticky-tack stuff. There was no impediment to him skating into the zone. He dropped his stick, honestly.
Yep.
So But hey, we'll take it, right?
Jewel said, honestly, with the Wallstrom Deke, send Barry to the Squid Games too.
Oh,
Dave S says, Char is terrible. Salo is a long way away from being a viable option. Why isn't Aho playing?
thank you, Dave. Thank you, Dave.
Agree, Dave. And want you to decide. I bet Wilson is happy not to see Ross Johnson out there for a certain. Islanders on the power play. Grump, you've got to score here on this power play. This is a must-score power play. 10 minutes left remaining in the game. Have not been able to really keep any offensive zone time yet. They won the face-off Washington, and they immediately cleared the puck.
There's Dobson, dumps into the corner, retrieves it himself. Wallstrom behind the net. Anders Lee.
Josh Bailey still back on the freaking power play, hugging the boards on the power play, ready for a clearance pass. Josh Bailey, think about that, ladies and gentlemen. Josh freaking Bailey, after that freaking non-shot, is still on the power play. Still.
At some point, don't you just say, Josh, you suck. Sorry.
Jean-Gabriel Pajot.
Maybe he can start selling Shack burgers.
I tell you, we have not managed a shot on net into the power play.
Okay, Wallstrom got that shot, but it's a tough pass for him to receive on that side.
For certain it is. There's Matt Barzal.
Got deflected.
Oh, man, I tell you. I will tell you, Grumpy. When the puck gets cleared, the puck gets dumped out of the zone. We have yet to manage a shot on net during this power play after having quite a bit of momentum that we had gathered up. And it seems like, again, no shot on net.
We're just not talented enough offensively. I'm sorry. That's the main issue. And why is Bellows not out here on the damn power play again?
Must be in the doghouse.
He's a goal scorer.
Kyle Palmieri might be off the IR next game, and Bellows is going to be back off the ice. I tell you, it's a joke.
I would feel so much better about this team. Good for Salo. He's going in there. Just don't. Oh, okay. All right. I thought maybe we'd get caught.
Dude, that is such an underwhelming power play after the momentum we had carried in. That power play was so deflating, I think. We have got to reestablish some sort of gusto. I mean, that was bad.
They know they have to engage the D now. You see Pellick jumping in low. That's going to
be doing that during the freaking power play opportunity, too, is the crazy thing.
Well,
that's tell you. Full press, man. You're down. You have not scored a goal. You've looked freaking mediocre until you started putting a full press on Washington. They're happy playing this more laid back style. What's the difference between losing 1-0 and 2-0? Man, put the damn pressure on. Has this team looked like a freaking real threat to score it all today unless we're pressuring our defensemen too? You've got to do it. We're down 1-0 at the time period. You don't go to heaven by losing 1-0 as compared to 2-0.
You know what else? You don't go to heaven by not taking shots right in front of the net, Bailey.
Alexander said, much better this period, man. Wallstrom almost had it. What a move. Yeah, it was. Rusty Spooner said, for how hard Barry works our guys, it's ridiculous. Starting to get embarrassing on how we get rid of draft picks, killing our pipeline of players. Shaking my head. Starting to piss me off, Barry. Adapt.
Can't do that anymore. Cannot do that anymore. You cannot trade away another draft pick as far as I'm concerned for the next 5 years.
Oh, I'm not so sure about that, man.
Oh,
traded first round pick. I'll tell you, that was almost an opportunity and a chance there for Washington to score and go up 2-0. Kind of looked like we had lost a little bit of defensive focus in our own zone. Volkovoff's able to go ahead and get back and to prevent that wraparound.
Nice job by Dobson, but the whole thing started with a bad turnover by Char because he can't move his feet. We're just slow. Ugh, who was that? Who turned that one over? Was that?
I don't know, Grumpy. You've got a better screen angle than me. Remember,
it was Barzal who turned it over.
That was all turned it over.
He was looking to make a play, but no one was coming, and he winds up turning it over.
I tell you, Alexander said, "Am I new?" Alexander, we know you're not new. James F saying here, look how low Washington's goalie is on that freaking Bailey shot. Yeah, Ovechkin has been quiet too.
Yep,
he has been.
It'll be 5 straight games without a goal. Maybe they'll pull an Anders Lee and put him out there in the last 2 minutes when he's a skater, so he gets a goal.
Alexander said Bob Greasy, Jim Kick, Mercury, Morris, Larry Zonka.
That's right. Zonka. They had Greasy was an okay quarterback. He win his thing. He wasn't even in the first game they won. I guess he was. Yeah, he was. Earl Morrill, who was the quarterback with the Baltimore Colts against the New York Jets when Johnny Unitas was hurt. And he wound up losing that game to the Jets, of course. He was a backup in Miami after that, and Greasy broke his leg early in the season, and Morrill played the whole year of that undefeated season. And then in the Super Bowl, they put Greasy back in, which is kind of a kick in the teeth. But, Bob Greasy was okay. But the fact he went back-to-back Super Bowls is why he's in the Hall of Fame. And Mercury Morris was he was like a speed runner. Jim Kick was more like a third down guy, and Larry Zonka was the bull.
All righty, let's talk some Islanders, Grump. We've got 5 minutes left to play in the third period of a 1-goal game, and you're droning on about the freaking Miami Dolphins. Okay. Frank C. says, no sense of urgency. That's for certain. Drew L. saying here, we'll be jumping for joy once Barry and Lou are gone. It depends on who they have in, but it could give us more hope potentially. And then James F. saying, Grumpy, Raiders win today, and what do you think the score will be?
No, I think Cincinnati beats them pretty handy. I want to say 34-17.
Wow. James F. also says here, guys, I just finished. Now I watch the sun go down. I just finished my route, and now I watch the sun go down into the night as the Islanders will too. Now taking my breaks. Got a comment here from Rusty Spooner says, Riggins was unreal, the true Iron Man.
Yep, he played for the Jets, and then he went to Washington, which is where he became a Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I love this. People are saying, alert, the Islanders are not a good team. Send them to the Coyotes. Oh, man, I'll tell you. Now, Grump, about 6 minutes left in the game, buddy.
Yeah.
Any way you think we're going to score?
I think we still have a shot to score. I do. I mean, as long as here's the thing, if we go down 2-0, game's over, without a doubt. But I do want to talk about, we're going to be doing our post-game show. We're going to take a little break.
Yes.
So I can get a little something to drink, go to the bathroom. Not like TJ where I leave for half the podcast, making pee-pee breaks. Then we're going to get on, do a post-game show. And then we're going to be doing the TJ and the Grumpy Old Man show this evening.
Yes.
Where we're going to be live streaming the Patriots against the Bills, which I think is going to be a closer game than people think just because of weather.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely, it will be. Hopefully, Grumpy. Gonna be a close game. And then, so we're going to be streaming that on TJ and the Grumpy Old Man. That is in the link in the description below. You could find that link on YouTube. That was a little bit of a cross-check and a little bit of a boarding on Bailey.
Okay. It was Bailey. The only thing was he got up and skated away instead of being hurt.
If he would have laid down there like he was hurt, they'd have been given a power play, I think.
He left his stick on the ice because he never uses it anyway.
Yep, and we'll cover that Bills and Patriots game today. Make sure you're subscribed on YouTube. And then we cover on Sunday the 49ers against the Dallas Cowboys.
And honestly, if you listen to that, you'll get a treat because TJ's really good at football play-by-play, being, that's his sport. And he's really good at that, honestly. I hate to give him any credit, but I will in this instance. He's really good, and I'm just like comic relief, as always.
Well, I appreciate it, Grump. I really do. So I want to show you what the shot totals look like. We came into this period with, was it 15 shots on net, 14 shots on net, 14 shots on net? Oh, no, it was 15, I think. 15 shots on net. We've got 5 shots on net so far, 4 minutes left in the period. We're being outshot 34-20. That's abysmal. We have got to get something going. We're seeing a lot more of Robin Salo here towards the tail end of the game as we need a little bit of offense. It's sad to think that that was borderline a little bit of a
Ovechkin steamrolled Pellick there.
No, I think that was Sala, was it not?
Again with Dobson leading the rush.
That's not Dobson leading the rush, bro.
No, it was Dobson skating up. He makes the pass to Bailey, so the pass is coming back to Dobson. It was.
Okay, gotcha.
I just don't know why Bailey's even on the team.
Why he's on the ice, I couldn't tell you. Matt Barzal looking like he's taking a little bit of a stab. Gets the puck down deep in the Washington zone. Looks like we have it passed there to the right defenseman who gets it a little bit caught up in his skate.
Dobson, little bobble by Dobson. He did the smart play dumping it in. Oh, that looked like
he hit him with his knee-on-knee action?
That looked like a borderline trip to me.
That's what I thought, a knee-on-knee trip. Was that not a knee-on-knee trip? What the
Obviously,
hell?
The referee didn't seem to think so.
Oh.
I tell you what, Matt Barzal has to be so frustrated.
I'd be frustrated. I'd certainly be frustrated. Yeah, Rusty Spooner saying, how is that not tripping? I thought that was a blatant knee-on-knee trip.
Yeah.
I'm shocked as well. Yikes.
Okay, but I will say now, and that would
wait a lot.
You know what? I'm going to tell you what. Let's give. Oh my God!
Holy shit!
Him off. He tried to Varley one right at the end, didn't he?
Oh my God! He's way out of net, not paying attention to where the puck is. It almost gets deflected in the net by an Islander. Holy crap!
Nice keeping by 50.
We have 3 minutes left, and the puck is being possessed in our freaking zone.
Oh.
How is that possible? I'm sorry, man. You've got to do more.
Again, I want to give a little bit of credit to Parise.
Oh, man. John Gabriel Pajot gets run a little bit from behind, too.
My boy Wilson.
Typical dirty ass.
Would you love to have Wilson on your team? I would.
I'm just still so shocked that we're still rolling the same lines. There's 3 minutes left in the ice time, and we're not double shifting.
Oh! Wallstrom
tries jamming it in. Tries a few whacks.
We still have a legitimate shot. Lane Lambert needs to mix up. Put guys who are willing to shoot the puck out there. Bailey would not even touch the ice. If I was coach, Bailey, in this circumstance, Josh, just sit at the end. Just open the door for guys when they come in. We'll put something you can do. Open the door and then make sure you close it. I don't know if you can do that, but I'm going to trust you with the second portion of this.
You think he'll be able to? You think that's the point of question, whether he'll be able to close the door?
I have a lot of questions about him. I don't know if he's capable. I know he's smart, but I don't know if he's that smart.
People talking about, hey, we need to catch Boston. Boston is 22-11-2 this season.
We're not catching Boston.
We're not catching Boston is right.
We're not catching Boston. We have no shot of making the playoffs. I said we can get to 9th. Honestly, getting to 9th would be, a victory at this point of the season. But I think if we can get to 9th, that's it. Boston was that's the only team that you had to worry about. You're not catching Pittsburgh. We're not catching anybody who is top 6. We're like 15 points out of a playoff spot. That's a lot. You're not making up 15 points, and we're going to be playing better teams.
Frank C. said, send Josh to the dressing room.
Yes. Okay. I was trying to think of something mean and nasty to say, but I'm like, no, I won't.
You're not going to? You're going to say something nice?
I'm not going to.
Oh, good gracious, man. I'll tell you. You know what always makes me happy, Grump? We've got the least amount of goals scored in the NHL this season. Given we have games in hand, but the least amount of goals scored. Think about that.
Yeah.
Yikes. 67 goals scored in 30 games.
Barlow just kind of floating. Do. Oh! And the fact that
Chara had to come to save the day.
Chara's inability to skate actually helped us there. And let's get here's the thing. Zach Parise is trying. He's at least tries. Like I said, for $750K, playing him on the 4th line, I have no problem with Zach Parise. None.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Puck dropped again. 2 minutes and 26 seconds left. When do the Islanders pull the goalie, right? As soon as they get offensive zone time, got to pull the goalie, you think, right?
They should have pulled him then. Honestly, you had to face off in that zone. Bellows, shot was deflected.
Oh, good gracious.
Nice body check.
Oh, hold on. Was that delay game?
No.
Oh, they hit off. No, deflected off.
Who's this guy? February? Maybe
February, yeah. Michael February, I think his name is.
Maybe that's February in a different country. February.
Martin February. Yeah. What did it hit off?
I don't know. Maybe it clicked off the glass, I thought.
Okay, yeah, it did. Off the glass and out. Fair enough. Rich A said, getting to 9th only just screws us in the draft.
Yeah, I know.
Why? Okay, why not call a timeout? Boop, boop, call a timeout. Get yourself a little bit of a play. Get yourself your damn scheme going, Lambert. Call yourself your timeout.
The Varlamov has been pulled.
Yes, I see Varlamov has been pulled. That's right.
Pajot, Wallstrom, Anders Lee.
Matt Barzal.
Why no Bellows? Is it because he shoots the puck? Another icing.
Well, here it is. If you're the Washington Capitals, just keep icing a puck. Hey, there's Ovechkin.
There he is. What I tell you. I told you.
And that goalless drought, time to put Ovechkin on. Here's the thing. Ovechkin's not a very defensive-minded forward, and he's out there as they got the goalie pulled.
Tell me I didn't call that one. That's the Anders Lee special right there, or the Brock Nelson special, put them out so they pad their stats.
The Anders Lee special. Noah Dobson. The Islanders have won the faceoff. Noah Dobson has the puck at the point. Passing it down low. Back to Dobson. Over here to Matt Barzal. Back to Dobson. Oh, come on.
Nelson. Put the fucking puck on net. Do something.
Saved by Vanacek.
What? Why is Nelson out there?
I got no problem with Nelson.
Again, leaning on the veterans. Again, that's a recipe for failure. I mean, of course, Wallstrom will shoot the puck.
Pajot. See, I don't get Pajot. I don't mind Brock Nelson. I don't mind Anders Lee. Why is Pajot sitting there in the bellow spot? That's where I'm kind of confused. Pajot, it's not okay. Now the Islanders call their timeout. 27 seconds, 26 seconds per minute. Oh no, it's just still the clock going. So okay, gotcha. Yeah, but I mean, I think it's about a minute. What, about a minute and 20 left, Grump?
I don't know.
Rusty Spooner said, we have a real legit shot to make the playoffs. We're 10 games behind the NHL. It's not as bad as it looks. We can catch fire still.
No. Sorry, Rusty. Sure, Rusty. Yes. Keep on tuning in every week.
No, stop. Here's the thing. If we have to come away with 16 points out of the 11 games that we had coming up. We currently have 2 points. If we're able to turn this around and get a win today, again, maybe singing a different tune, but we are on a 3-game winning streak. We have to continue to score. We have to continue to win games. Simple as that. We had to come away with 16 points out of these 22 games, and it doesn't look like that's going to happen. We'll see.
To me, this was a measuring stick game, and we didn't measure up.
We played our style. We didn't get blown out. Islanders won the face-off. About a minute and 34 seconds remaining. He walks in, rips a shot. Looks like Matty B does. Anders Lee fighting for the puck down low, wins it back for the Islanders again. This is a weird.
I know he's shooting
that much.
Deflected. Is nice block by Carlson there.
Matt Barzal with a puck along the board,
and they just pressed up on our guys. Blow the ice, blow it. There you go.
And it's gonna be an icing. 1 minute and 12 seconds remaining. Drew L said, in that situation with Bailey not shooting, that's where we need John Tortorella.
Bailey would have been sitting his ass.
He would have been benched. Yeah, he should have been benched.
Yep.
Rusty Spooner says, how is that not another penalty? Shaking my head. BS.
Yeah.
Well, we got away with a lot today. So, I mean, it looks a little worse. Just, yeah, James F. saying, Grumpy, you're not giving credit to the Raiders. It's going to be a close game.
I just think Cincinnati's better than people think.
Never been there before. The same thing you say about the Raiders. A shot from the point from Dobson. 1 minute remaining in regulation. Got to go ahead and shoot. Got to generate opportunities. Dobson.
See, look at how high they are. Look at how high Washington is. You ever notice how other teams back us down with their ability? We're just too high. I mean, they're pressing us up top.
Matt Barzal with the puck.
It's tough.
Trying to make a little bit of magic, but it's a tough structure there we're going against. Oh, let's see if we're able to get another shot.
That's a shot by who is that?
I tell you, 28 seconds left remaining, and it's a blocked, and it clears the zone. The Islanders have to reestablish zone pressure. Here we go. Maybe this will allow us a little bit of a chance. Snapshot from the point.
There's Ovechkin. There you go. He got
Alexander Ovechkin with the goal. There it is. And the goal is Stroud. A little bit of an empty netter.
When did I call that? Was it the middle of the second period? I called it.
Oh, man.
Knew that was coming.
Christ, dude. I love that. You got to love it. Pajot wins faceoffs, says Jason Bettman. I get Pajot wins faceoffs. Are you trying to tell me Brock Nelson can't win faceoffs? A guy shouldn't be on the power play just because he wins a faceoff, straight up. You got Brock Nelson, you could take faceoffs, who wins faceoffs on a pretty consistent basis. Jean-Gabriel Pajot should not be sucking up a spot where we need someone that actually could score the puck. Simple as that, man. And here's the thing: if you wanted Jean-Gabriel Pajot, toed his ass immediately off the ice as soon as he wins the faceoff. I'm sorry, you got to have the guys who could score the puck. And instead, we roll out there Jean-Gabriel Pajot. Hey, trust me, it's not like the microcosm of what we saw with the goalie pulled is the reason we lost the game. There were a lot of reasons we lost the game. We didn't deserve to win. And then DC4 United 1 says Ovi has played in these situations for the past several years. The organization is helping him beat Gretzky because 99 played in an era when it was way easier to score. Wahoo! Sorry, fellas.
Uh,
And then Drew L said, game clock winding down like it's a New Year's Eve. Happy New Year, guys. Frank C said, put it in the books. Yep. Rusty Spooner said, done with Barry if this bullshit doesn't change. Yeah, tell you, man. He's not coaching, but I'm just still so shocked. We didn't see any of Kiefer Bellows out there on the power plays at all when we had him today.
or in the at the end. You need guys who shoot the puck at the end.
Yep, you do. You need guys who generate offense and shoot the puck on that. Didn't do it. And then Alexander said, unreal. This team freaking pisses me off. You and me both. Want you to sigh. Said, the Islanders suck. I'm done with people trying to act like we have a chance for the playoffs this year. Yes, Grumpy, I know. I don't need you to send me a private chat. Rich A said, team is done. Yeah, it's a bad loss. It's a bad loss for certain. But guys, ladies and gents, we're going to be wrapped. Today was actually a quick game, Grump. It was only 2 hours and 22 minutes. You want to talk about?
No, we started late too. So
yeah, we were pretty much right on time. But it was a quick game, Grump. Quick game. That being said, we're going to wrap up the live stream coverage of the game. We're going to take about a 10, 15-minute break, and then we're going to be back with the post-game show. Post-game coverage, post-game show, ladies and gents. We'll be right here. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe on YouTube, like on Facebook, follow on Twitter. We're going to be back here in the next 10 to 15 doing the actual podcast format, talking about the Islanders, the win against the Devils, and the loss today against the Washington Capitals. We'll be back in a bit. Thank you again, Grumpy Old Man. Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be back in 10 to 15.